Oh, here we go. Good evening or good afternoon from wherever you are. And welcome to a brand new series coming to you from the ARC, the Adrenaline Racing Community. This time it is the 400 Lap Endurance Championships coming to you live at a very sort of like cloggy, cloudy-ish Fuji Speedway. I am Savvy, or I should be now known as a podium finisher Savvy now. Still pretty chuffed about last week's final race there in the finale of the BTCC a week ago, last Sunday. And yeah, brand new championship again, like I said, is brought to you by the ARC and from Furious as well. It's been talks in the making, plans of this, and you know, it's definitely getting the go ahead. So what this championship consists of is the 400 laps. There's going to be 5 rounds in each in this championship, so therefore there's going to be 80 laps in all of them. It's going to be happening on a monthly basis, starting with today at Fuji. Then the next round will be on the 15th of January, coming to you at Interlagos. Then the next round will be on the 12th of February at Monza. Round 4 will be on the 12th of March at Spa, and then the finale coming to you on the 9th of April at Bathurst. So the Bathurst one's going to be taking a long time, as well as the Spa one, but that's just happening in a month's time. We're concentrating on today's race at Fuji. We're looking in at the Baldy one, who we saw last week in the BTCC. Some definite drivers that are new into this into the community. I mean, you know, we like to welcome them as well, especially the PSRT boys. This is Ismail Turret. I hope I've said his name right. I hope I have. And by the looks of it, there is his teammate 2, TS Bap from Canada. I think that's the first time we've seen a Turkish driver compete in the ARC. So lovely stuff there. Unfortunately, I've got no co-commentator with me. It's just going to be me for today. Qualifying has been delayed by a few minutes because we are missing a couple of races. We should have some people in there. So the drivers that we will see for today are as follows. There is Bobby for Racing Asylum, as you know from last week. And he's gone for the Hurricane, the old Lamborghini Hurricane, which is obviously very, very quick in a straight line, but it does guzzle a lot of fuel. Kevlaro has just joined. We just mentioned there the 2 PSRT boys of Turret and TS BAP, and they're both driving the Chevrolet Corvettes. Trey Meister driving another Corvette, so the field kind of full of Corvettes at the minute as he makes his way down towards Daichi. Liquor flame from the side exhaust. Gecko Racer, who was hugely impressive last week in the A-grade final at Interlagos, driving that very car that got him to victory a week ago, and what a tremendous performance that was there from Gecko. Even the mistake didn't faze him, and it was still good enough to get the first win for Racing Asylum. The Baldy one, like I mentioned, he competed in BTCC. He's given this a go. Nico Robbo back again. Weirdly enough, driving a McLaren, not an Audi. Yeah, Baldy driving the AMG, Nico driving the Toyota. We've even got Robo, like I says there. Hallex driving the GTR, and we've got Rascal, who is driving the Peugeot. Bit of an interesting call there, as Robo is going to head out onto the track. So qualifying should be happening sometime soon. We're just still waiting on a couple of drivers to pop in. I think we also noticed that Kevlaro was also in. There he is. He's driving the Aston Romeo, kind of like the Golf livery, if you will. Now, the rules for each of the rounds are as follows. So it's 80 laps around the 5 courses. The tyre wear is on ×3. The fuel wear is on ×2. All tyre compounds must be used at least once. Soft can be used twice in the races. 15-minute qualifying to start with fuel and tyre wear, and also crucially as well, damage is on heavy. So drivers got to be on their best behaviour here and try and not make any contact because the damage is on heavy. And what that means is once you get damage, The only time to repair the damage is when you go into the pits. It's not light. That's when it will go off automatically after 10 seconds. But when it's on heavy, you've got to come into the pit lane to get that fixed. So there's a look then at Kevlaro, kind of an expert when it comes to endurance racing. We have seen Kevlaro many times before on the ARC channel, whether it's like racing in endurance or in some championships. So we are still waiting for a few other drivers to come along. Qualifying is going to start in roughly 2 minutes' time. Before we go, before we start some qualifying, bit of sad news actually happening in the ARC community, and that is because Mr. Inman himself, Josh Inman, has decided to give up the gloves, hang up the wheel, if you will. He's been practicing a lot with his sport that he enjoys doing, squash, and he's also doing some uni work, which I believe he was doing some sports stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was, but apparently he went out to UCLA for 8 weeks in the good old US of A, and he's been studying that and also practicing a lot on his squash. So he's decided to give up the wheel and the gloves. So we wish him all the best. And hopefully we'll see him again in the ARC servers, hopefully for chatting and what have you. Hopefully we may see Inman back out on track if it comes to like any special races or something like that. Right, and there's the look then at Trey Meister making his return back to the ARC, formerly known as Knight Rider, formerly known as Drunken Yogurt is what he was in the BTCC a week ago. And Halleck's just letting people know that quali is a go on the second reset. I bet Halleck's would be so sad actually to see Inman retire, because obviously those two have had a really fierce rivalry, especially out on track. If you've seen the season 5 of the GR3s, those two had some really tasty battles between them, and I think Halleck's would be quite disappointed to see Inman retire from racing in the ARC. So qualifying is underway, 15 minutes around Fuji as Baldy's gone inside Halleck's. Got 5 people watching it now then. Hopefully they've got the live chat here, so come and have a see if you've got live chat on here. No one's actually said anything in the chat there now. So let's actually have a look then of a lap around Fuji with the 3-time champions of the GR3. Oh, Bobby has just rejoined the lobby. So this is Coca-Cola here, a fast turn 3. And again, tyre wear is going to be so crucial, especially at this part of the track here. The 100R really does a lot of damage on the left front tyres. And then it's a little short straightaway in towards turn 6, the hairpin. And now into the 300R, flat out through here. And then this is where the last sector is on the track. And it's the most technical, the most difficult bit on the track. So braking then down into first gear at Dunlop. There's all of the curb here. The third sector is really, really slow with tight corners and what have you. Then you're going up the hill. So you're going to be fighting some oversteer through turn 13. This is turn 14. Bit of a difficult corner here. And this is 15 Mets. Gets tighter in the double park. Then again, another little straightaway. Up the brow of the hill for turn 16. Panasonic take a wide entry in. Oh, there's Philo. He's joined as well. Nice to see. There you go. And across onto the long straightaway, which is just less than 1 mile long. And that is a lap around Fuji with the 3-time champ of the GR3s, Mr. Halleck. So Halleck is coming across the line first, followed by Nico, then Robo. Then we've got Turret in 4th, who's at the moment. And then you've got Bap in 5th. Gecko Racer, going to be quite intrigued to see what he will do. But it looks like he's doing a bit of fuel burning. I think there's going to be a few drivers that's going to be doing a lot of fuel burning. It is only a 15-minute qualifying, so they've got plenty of time. But it looks like to me that Halleck is already going to set a banker lap by the looks of it, and getting the GTR all crossed up out of Coca-Cola. Now then braking, then you can see him trail, using the tickling with the throttle. now into the hairpin, second year, and now use all of the track on the exit. There are 2 penalty burns array there. Melty says, can I join? If you signed up for this, then you can. If you have signed up, if you're part of the ARC servers. If you're not, then unfortunately you can't. Anyway, like I was saying, there are 2 penalty burns around this track where Alex was about 15 seconds ago, 7 and 8 between before the 300R and on the start finish straight away, which is the second of the penalty burn. So let's see what Alex can do. Setting the banker lap in already, again getting the rear sideways out of Metz. And let's see what Alex can do then. Hard on the throttle now, on to the start finish straight to complete the first of his flying lap. And he will cross the line in a time of a 1:35.67, a 1:37.5. So that's a banker lap then. Looks like Nico Robo could actually be faster because he's in the toe of Nico. Nico goes 1.6 seconds slower. Robo goes quicker by just about nearly a quarter of a second ahead of Nico, but a lot. Oh wow! Ismail Turret is actually stuck it on the pole in the Chevrolet with a 1:37.4, just a tenth faster than Alex's time, as his clanmate TS Bap puts his Corvette on the second row of the grid. He's still on the second row of the grid now because Rascal has put it now on the 3rd position. Now here comes Kevlaro. He's going to be crossing the line, and he goes 4th, so he puts Bap down to the 3rd row of the grid, and just by only 34 thousandths of a second, a tenth slower than Rascal's time. So at the moment, as it stands, it looks like Nico and here comes Trey Meister. He's going across the start finish line. That must have been an outlap, really. Bobby, there he is, back in the Hurricane, and Gecko Racer. Let's see what Gecko's doing. Gecko's still fuel burning. The Baldy one looks like he may be fuel burning as well. And there is Philo, I hope I'm saying that right. And that's a striking looking blue. That's a really nice looking blue from Philo. And he's fuel burning as well. So the times at the moment that have been set, it looks like Bobby also has improved to 6th place. So at the moment there's only been 8 people that have set lap times in as Robo moves out of the way from Ismail Turret. That is just coming into Panasonic. Charles is in the chat there. Hello, Charles. I mean, Melty, if you're still there... Oh, Kofi's joined now. You're more the merrier. There's a link in the description if you want to get yourself involved in this community. We'll put you through a rookie test. And to see if you're clean enough, and then, I think you do 2 races, and if the stewards deem you clean enough, then you are eligible to actually compete in this championship come the next round at Interlagos, which will be done in January. So, the link's in the description. You're more than welcome to join. Again, we're going to put you through the paces, through rookie tests, and see if they think that you were clean enough to compete in this community. Then you can compete in this championship the next round at Interlagos in a month's time. So we'll give you then a rundown of how qualifying is looked at the moment. So Ismail Turret is leading the way, followed by Alex, who has got a 1 second penalty, which he's burned a little bit later there. Oopsie daisy. Rascal in the pits, just 3 tenths slower than Turret's time. Kevlaro in 4th in the Aston. So top 4 then separated by just over 4 tenths of a second. Top 5 just less than half a second with TS Bap in the second of the Corvettes. The other Corvette driver, Trey, is still probably fuel burning at the moment. Nico in 6th, and he's just about 9 tenths slower than Turret's time. Bobby, who is 1.2 seconds off the pace, followed by Robo and Trey Meister. You can see there he is 25 seconds behind, but he looks like he's not fuel burning now. He's on another outlap, putting on another set of soft tyres, so he's just trying to wind down the fuel. But he's actually going to... Kevlaro may actually get a bit of a tow here, so there's a bit of understeer out of Kevlaro, and that's his run destroyed. So he just goes back to doing some fuel burning. So then at Baldy, driving the quite nicely looking green Mercedes AMG. And there is Gecko Racer. Let's see what he can do. Makes his way out of hairpin into the 300R. His fellow clanmate Philo is in the pit lane. And let's see what car Kofi's driving. Kofi's gone for the McLaren as well. Just getting by the Baldy one, who must still be fuel burning. So it looks like he's going to go for maybe a one-lap stint, maybe, if you will. So into the second half of qualifying. No news on what's happening in the B qualifying. Oh, Baldy's just stopping there, nearly parking it on the apex out of Panasonic, and hopefully didn't cost Gecko Racer a run out of there. It's Kevlardo. Looks like he's slowing on the straightaway. So let's see what Gecko Racer can do. The winner from Interlagos a week ago, and he puts it 6th on the grid. So he splits Nico down to 7th. And I think that was also Ismail Turret also just diving into the pit lane. Kevlaro also in the pits to put on a new set of softs. Of course, the drivers will not fuel all the way to the top. Less fuel, you'll be more quicker with the fresh soft tyres. That's the secret. And Gecko Racer is up on his personal best time. Let's ride on board then with him. Hopefully we'll get to see some Racing Asylum teammates of his in the chat. So far, unfortunately, I don't think there is. So he's got to find just about a quarter of a second to overtake Bap's time. So he's got to go into the 37s in his BMW. But this is the real tricky sector here. Just this third sector alone here. He's 2 thousandths down on his best time. Yeah, now this is when it gets a little bit difficult because the car goes uphill. Very understeady, you know. You can just see the rise, the incline of this last sector of this track. Meanwhile, TS Bap has actually gone to 3rd place, actually being beaten by Trey Master in the Corvette. So it's a Corvette for 1, 2 and 4. Trey Master with a 1:37.3, and he beats Ismail Turret's time by 1/10 of a second. Although Rascal goes 2nd, half a tenth slower now. Boy, oh boy, qualifying is getting very, very dicey here as Gecko Racer dives into the pit lane. But it's all happening then, so it's just over a 10th now. Actually, just less than a 10th and a half between Traymeister to Hallex. Very close qualifying as Hallex dives into the pit lane. So we've seen TS Bap just going into 3rd place, and he's already been shunted down to 5th place yet again. Gecko Racer putting on a new set of soft tyres, just Robo in the just ahead of him. So it's all movements and shakers then, as we've got 4 minutes to go until the end of qualifying. So we'll give you a rundown now. Traymeister in the Corvette, pole position by half a tenth over Rascal in the Peugeot. We know how good the Peugeot is on a straight line. We saw West winning a race in the GR3s at the Nürburgring, the season opener of season 5. He moves out the way for Kofi to go by. He sits in 10th place at the moment. Ismail Turret, who sat on the pole for a few minutes at least, he's now down to 3rd place, so he's going to get the goal now. Hallex then 33 thousandths slower than Turret's time, and he's trying to get a toe away from him. TS Bap, we did see him in 3rd place, but we're in the space of 5 seconds down to 5th place. Kevlaro in 6th. 1st to 5th then, just over than half a second. That is superlatively close. Gecko Racer in 7th. Nico in 8th, who is just about a tenth slower than Gecko Racer's time. Philo has got his BMW into 9th place, just by a second slower than the pole sitter set by Traymeister. Robo in 10th in the McLaren, followed by Bobby in 11th place. Kofi's actually improved. Where has he gone up to? He's gone up to 7th place in the McLaren. So Kofi has stuck his car on the 4th row of the grid as Rascal will probably make his last pit stop. I wonder if Kofi's going to have some extra time that he's joined, as well as Philo as well. There he is there in 10th place. Very close qualifying, as you can see there. 1st to 11th place, just less than 1 second. This is going to be a very intriguing race, if that is what qualifying is going to be. So let's have a look then further down the order. Then Bobby still not yet improved. His best time is still a 38.6. And it looks like the Baldy one, it looks like he's now going to set a fast lap now. So he's going to have at least 2 laps now on those set of tyres there. He hasn't set a lap time yet. He's just been fuel burning. So let's see what the Baldy one can do in about 1 minute and 30 seconds time. Hugs the left side there, and he's actually purple. Baldy is purple out of Daichi. Oh, just like one's a little wide out of Coca-Cola. That could hamper him there. So Baldy is purple. He's the fastest man in that first sector alone. But then that mistake at the Coca-Cola corner has really hampered him. He's a 1.5 second penalty. So he's got effectively one more chance now to set a good lap time. Now let's see what Trainmeister can do. He's on an out lap, so he's going to go set the fastest lap time. Kofi's going to get a run, actually. He's going to get the toe. Oh no, he's going to go into the pit lane. He looks like he's fuel burning as well, but I think he will have a bit more time to... Oh, scrapes the wall. Got to be careful. Damage is on heavy. Again, still no news of what's happening in Lobby B. So Kofi brings his Rockstar liveried McLaren into the pits. Put on a new set of soft tyres, and he will get going for another lap. Here's a look then at Rascal. He's also on another out lap. He's got a minute to go. He's just making his way out of Panasonic. So one last ditch attempt then. Alex has stuck his GTR into the second place. Look how close that is there. 300ths of a second slower than Trainmaster's time, but he's 200ths quicker than Rascal's time. And Ismail Turret is only 600ths slower than Rascal's time. Absolutely close. Gecko Racer has gone up into 5th place now with a 1:37.5. He's just like 800ths slower than Ismail Turret's time. That is unbelievably close between the top 5. 2/10 separating Trainmeister to Gecko Racer. That is unbelievably close. So TS Bap, he's falling down the pecking order, and he's just doing his last qualifying lap now. I think that guy, that must be Bobby. I think Bobby's going to be the last guy to cross the line when qualifying is over. In fact, that's going to be nip and tuck, actually. Qualifying is over, and I think Bobby has just missed out. Bobby's just missed out on that lap there, so he should be done. I think he's just missed it by a couple of seconds, as Bobby. May need to check up on that. He did improve, though, to 1:37.6, so he's gone up to 6th place then, and he's closer to his Gecko Racer clanmate there. So it's an RA 3rd row at the moment, but solid effort that. Let's see what the Baldy one can do. So he did a 1:40.5, but don't forget he did that on the penalty. Any movers and shakers then in the qualifying order? Not so far. Let's see what Baldy can do. Just check it up as well in the top 3 if there's any changes at the top. But Baldy is going to cross the line in a time of a 1:38.0, and that puts him 9th on the grid. It is so close in the top 10. Look at that. I mean, you know, literally 1st to 13th now, just over 1 second. That is incredibly close. And now Kevlaro has dumped it on the pole with a 1:37.1. So Kevlaro has stuck it on the pole. But we've got Philo and Kofi that have still got to do times on their clocks. So let's see where they all are then. So Baldy one is stopped. There's a look at Kofi. He's just made his way out of Dunlop. Philo is ghosted a little bit there. So his time... Oh, so basically Philo's pretty much done there. So Philo is 12th. So it's all down then to Kofi. He's got a few minutes left on him. His best lap of a 1:38.082. TS Bap giving him a nice sporting gesture there, giving Philo one more lap. Let's see what Kofi can do. He improves to 8th place, improves it by nearly 0.3 of a second. So what a lap time there for Kevlaro. They're absolutely out of the blue lap time there for the pretty much golf liveried Aston Martin there. What a lap time there for Kevlaro there, just dumping it on the pole position. Aston is very quick on the straight line as well. But I think it also guzzles a lot of fuel as well, if I remember correctly, back in the season 2. Trainmeister doing donuts in the kitty litter. Yeah, Kevlaro was he's speechless, I think, by that comment. Right, so this is Kofi then. Let's see what his time is in Sector 2. He's a 10th up. It will put him ahead of... Where will that put him be? It'll be quite close, actually, if he will overtake Bobby in the Lambo. Right, he's got to get these last corners here correctly, and this is really tricky here. Now in towards Metz, the penultimate corner, and then turn 16, which is Panasonic again, like I says, turning really late now. Put the power on, which he has done. Loosey-goosey off the rear, out of the exit of the last corner. And now let's see what lap time he has got to do. 1:37.8 was his best lap. Does he improve it? He was quicker than his own time in the second sector, and he crosses the line and goes quicker, but not quick enough to overtake TS Bap in the Corvette. So, wow. Let's have a look then at a rundown then of the live timing. So, Kevlaro with a 1:37.138, right at the death, got him on the pole position, and he was just nearly 2 times quicker than Trainmaster in the Corvette. Another Corvette in third, Ismail Turret, the new guy in the ARC. Welcome to him there. Great qualifying effort there for him, the Turkish driver, in third place. Gecko Racer in fourth. I didn't notice about Gecko Race. Oh, no, wait a minute. Where's Hallex? Hallex should be third, sorry. Rascal. Right, okay, that's kind of confusing me now. So, Kevlaro on pole with a 1:37.1. I think I said Rascal in second now with a 1:37.283. And then you've got Trainmeister in third now with a 1:37.319. Then you've got Hallex in fourth with a 1:37.348. Then in fifth place now is Ismail Turret. So, that third place, he should be fifth with a 1:37.4. Then Gecko Racer sixth with a 1:37.5. Bobby seventh with a 1:37.602. Then eighth place is TS Bap with a 677. Then Kofi with a 1:37.714. But it looks like he is still improving. I don't know if he is doing another lap time. Baldy one is 10th with a 1:38.058. Nico with a 1:38.250. Philo in 12th with a 1:38.277, and he was 11 thousandths quicker than Robo in the McLaren with 1:38.288. So qualifying incredibly close there as Kofi goes into the pit lane. So Philo's time is done, and here's the car park of cars then all into Philo was sort of like on the racing line nearly at Panasonic. He probably may move out of the way there, but Kevlaro, stunning lap time from him to stick the Aston, the only Aston in the field there, sticking it on the pole position. Now I don't know how much time has Kofi got left here, but we will see. We'll just be quiet here with Kofi then for a minute. We'll just take it a lap around Fuji while I quickly go downstairs and give my dog some dog food. So oh, Baldy says qualifying is over. So yeah, oh well. Right, anyways, I'll better message in the chat. Right then, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. go. Right, we're back. I better let the chat know that I'm back. There we go. So we'll just have a look then to see if that Dippy Planet saying woo. Oh, happy there. Very happy person in the chat. We'll just have a look to see if there's any times that have come through in the 400 lap enduro. It's probably just setting out the times at the moment here. So before that, we just don't know what else to say. Really, when it comes to when I have a break or anything like that, normally I'd have a co-commentator bouncing off with me, but you know, it's just by myself. Well, I just quickly sit down now after dog finishing his food, which was nice. Now he's resting on my bed trying to fall asleep. So let's see then. I don't know if we've got any more ARC races during the festive period, but I mean, okay, Baldy's just letting everyone know that qualifying will be out. The qualifying results will be out in 2 minutes. So we will see in 2 minutes' time who's going to be racing on the streamed race and who is the unfortunate people, but it's going to race in Lobby B. But yeah, what a lap time there for Kevlaro there, sticking Barasted on the pole. The last ditch attempt for Kevlaro when he got what he wanted there, as Bap is just doing some donuts, and there you go. So like I said, the rules for this championship, there are 80 laps around these 5 courses. That's why it's called the 500 lap endurance races. First round is at Fuji, then next month will be at Interlagos. The third round will be at Monza. Looking forward to Monza. Monza in ARC and Monza have always had some very special races. We always think back to the season 4 race at Monza, where we had a whole gaggle of cars, a whole gaggle of teams, a whole gaggle of different manufacturers there in the top 8. If anyone remembers that one, such an incredible race that Laro and myself commentated on. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Then round 4 will be at Spa, beautiful Spa, and the final round is at Bathurst. So with all these drivers then with damage on heavy, they've got to be taking extra precaution when it comes to Bathurst, because we know what going up the mountain is up at Mount Panorama, and it's just pretty much all barriers there. So, but again, that's not going to happen until the 9th of April. So there you are. Still waiting for the qualifying results to come out and see who are the people that's going to be racing in Lobby A and who are the people that have just missed out but are going to compete in Lobby B. But TS Bap should be safe. He's been saying in the chat, I don't know if his time's good enough to make it. I think it will be. A 1:37.6 is fairly solid as too. I also noticed there too that Latro, the former commentator, has also said he's put on a decent lap time. Don't know what car he's driving in. So we should be seeing some Lobby B drivers in this one. Yeah, the Lobby B was consisted of the Furious 2, who organised this event. Antibiotic, Lateral, Fubar, Garnell, Wob Bob, Goozers, I think that's a new driver, Goozers 89, David SC, I think he's also a new guy, Metcalf, Defiant, Slimmy Cam, DD Ranger, Jake Melling, Nuka Universe, I think he's a new driver too, and Why Not Sean. So all these drivers must have passed their rookie tests, and then, you know, this is their first one. So good luck to the new drivers in this championship. Hopefully you'll earn the respect of your other pioneers, if you will, in this. So we should be getting the qualifying results anytime soon. Also, whoever's watching this in the chat there, who do you think could be winning the first race there? I think it's really up for grabs. You know, Kevlaro stunned us with that pole position. We know how quick Trainmeister is. We know how good Rascal and Hallex is. But I mean, what about Ismail Turret? You know, he could be a dark horse. And Gecko Racer too, probably feeling confident from last week. He could have a shout too. Or what about Bobby? Bobby in that Lamborghini. I mean, it's really anyone's up for grabs, and we've seen how very close qualifying was. I think it was like first to last place in this lobby alone was just over 1 second. Incredibly close. So if anyone is still watching this, let us know. Only 5 people. That's a shame. Should have more than that. Deserves more than 5 people. So for the 5 people that are watching, who do you think is going to win the Lobby A race? Technically, for me, it is up for grabs. There's like a whole host of drivers that could win it. 1 second is still nothing in motor racing terms, especially when it's endurance racing. 1 second is absolutely nothing. Also, as well as what I forgot to mention as well is that drivers has to make a mandatory 10-minute stop as well, just for the drivers to have a break, because you know 80 laps around any track it's going to be quite strenuous. It's going to be arduous. It's going to be, you know, these drivers on the wheels are going to be absolutely sweating like mad here. You know, especially like, well, with Gecko Racer and Bobby with the cold weather, so they'll have, you know, the heat on and what have you. Yeah, Crow was saying first to 9 for 7 average, just over half a second. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, no. First to 8th, really, because we don't have Rascal's time and Halex's time. Hallex should be starting 3rd, I think it was, and then Rascal starting 2nd. So it's basically first to 8th, effectively. Oh, I think, is there something being said? Yes, indeed we have. So we do have the times up. We do have the times up right about now. And it looks like we're only going to be having one person from Lobby B. And that is Lateral. So Lateral G has made it in. Fantastic. We're going to have 15 races in Lobby A. That's great. So we're going to have 15 people in Lobby A. I think we have someone else too. Slimmy Cam, yeah, Slimmy Cam as well. So this is what it is. Kevlaro on the pole with a 137.1. Then Rascal with a 137.283. Trainmaster in 3rd. This is the starting grid for... There's Slimmy Cam, he's just joined. Stock check happening in 5 minutes. This is just to see if any driver can get underway. So Trainmeister in 3rd, 137.319. Hallex in 4th, 137.348. Ismail Turret, 137.429. Followed by Gecko Racer, 137.510. RA Bobby, 137.602. Then you got TS Bap, 137.677. Kofi in 9th, 137.714. The Baldy one in 10th, 138.058. Then you got the first of the drivers in Lobby B. That is Lateral G, 138.125. Slimmy Cam, the second driver to make it out of the Lobby B, is in the show with 138.147. ARC Nico in 13th, 138.250. RA Philo, 138.277. And Robo with a 138.288. So basically, Kevlaro to Robo, the 15 drivers, separated by just about 1.2 seconds. Still incredibly close there. In for Lobby B, the one that missed out, unfortunately, the Furious 2, 138.463. Just missed out by nearly 2 tenths of a second. Antibiotic will start 2nd. Why not Sean in 3rd? But could be in a little bit of bother because what was said in the chat there were him doing fuel burning on the racing line. So that could be a penalty there for Why Not Sean. The Cinnabox, who we saw in the Cinnabox, he was very good in the BTCC. Quite surprised to see him down in Lobby B, but he did a 138.819. Defiant, welcome back Defiant. Not said that name in a while. In fact, that was the guy that actually got me into ARC. He's sitting fit. He will start 5th in Lobby B with 138.970. Wob Bob in 6th with 139.0. Naka Universe 139.6. Fubar 139.8. Then you got DD Ranger still learning on the wheel. Where is Lateral? Is Lateral in here? There he is. Oh, and he's got the Mazda. Well, there you go. He's got the Mazda. He's got the very shouty Mazda. What's Slimmy driving? I think we're waiting for Slimmy to get the stock check underway. Where was that? Yeah, so Naka Universe 139.6, Fubar 139.8, DD Ranger. Oh yeah, like I was saying, DD Ranger. He will be starting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th on the grid with 140.0. But like I said just a few seconds ago, he's learning still with the wheel. Garnell in 10th. The South African. Jake Melling in 11th. 12th is WR Metcalf. Guzaz and Cian Koch have not made a time. So still pretty close then in Tier B. Top 12 separated by just about 2.5 seconds. So there's a look then at Gecko Racer. He's going to be starting on the outside row on the third grid. Also, rolling starts are back. No standing starts, what we have seen in the World Cup and also from the BTCC. So rolling starts making a welcome return. And Lateral's very happy, saying he made it. Indeed he has. And again, if you look at Lateral's time there, he only made it by about a 10th and a half, really. No, actually 4 tenths. 4 tenths. Let's see if Slimmy's actually in. There he is. And he's driving the Porsche. Okay, so Slimmy in the Porsche. Other drivers going for different compound tyres there. So, like I says, every driver has to use their 3 allotted tyre compounds. So they've got to use a stint of softs. I think 2 stints on the softs, 1 on the mediums and 1 on the hards. So we'll quickly go through the pecking order if we can quickly do that then. So Ismail Turret is going to start on the mediums. Gecko Racer also on the mediums. Bobby on the mediums. Baldy going for the hard compound tyres. Robo going also for the hard. Hallex on the mediums. Trainmeister on the mediums. Nico and TS Bap on hards. Slimmy Cam looks like he's going softs, as well as Rascal Kevlaro also on mediums, as well as Kofi, Lateral and Philo on mediums. So quite, majority of them going for medium tyres. So this is just a stock check. And see if you can get all 15 drivers underway. But a few of them kind of going for hard tyres, some of them going for softs. And Bap has left the room. That's not good. So they'll probably have to do a restart, unfortunately, to get back in. Now let's see if every one of them can get underway fairly well. Looks like they are. Looks like Slimmy Cam in the Porsche a bit slow to get away. I hope the exception of Bap there, who has just rejoined the lobby, but looks like everyone else is underway, so no stuck on the grid. I'm hoping we could just get it over, just get the stuck check over and done with, really. Not do another one now that Bap has rejoined the lobby, but it looks like all 14 drivers are off and away. Nice depth, nice colour in the field. See some blue, bit of black, bit of yellow, bit of green as well. Yellow. Bobby sponsoring the black and pink, shiny looking Racing Asylum livery. Gecko Racer, like I says, doing the livery that he got at Interlagos a week ago. And again, these drivers have got to be very, very careful here, because damages on heavy. Don't want to make contact with the guy in front, especially on the start, because you don't want to hamper their race as well as yours. Well, before it even started. But again, this is just a stuck check. For those that are new to ARC, we always like to do stuck checks just to see if everyone gets off the line very, very well, which indeed they have. And again, the drivers weaving left and right to try and get the optimum temperature in the tyres of them. Melty says 400 laps will take 8 hours. No, what this is it's 5 rounds based on the 400 laps. So if you're good at maths, it's basically 80 laps around the 5 tracks. There's going to be 80 laps around Fuji, 80 laps around Interlagos, 80 laps around Monza, 80 laps around Spa, 80 laps around Bathurst. So if you do the maps up together, 80 plus 80 is 160, plus another 80, 240, plus another 80 is 320, and then the Bathurst one, that's another 80, that's 400. That's what it basically is. It's just 5 rounds of 80 laps around those 5 circuits. Hope I've cleared that up and hope I've explained it properly, because my explanation and stuff is not the best. So Kevlaro is going to cross the line first, and we will get this 80 lap underway, and away we go, and Kevlaro wins it. What a race there from Kevlaro. Absolutely stunning effort. Robos just ran out of fuel across the line to finish in 14th place. And Kevlaro only just winning it by just a tenth of a second. So that has been the 400 laps champs. To see you again in a month's time. No, I'm only kidding. I think for banter wise, I'll just put this in. There we go. Also, pole is on the right. Yes, we forgot about mentioning that, because the first corner is a right-hand turn. So obviously, starting at the pole, you do get the advantage. Oh, we're doing another stuck check. Oh, come on. I've got to go for a nap with my dog. Alright, let's see. So, yeah, we can see lots of M's, a few H's. The M is yellow for mediums, the green is H for hards, and the red is S for softs. Looks like there's a bit of change in there. Is it still the same? No, looks like only Rascal was going to... Is he the only one going to the soft tyres, is he? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to keep my throat intact, because it will be gone after this race, because I'm all alone. So you'll just get to see the stuck check yet again, with me not speaking at all. So enjoy it. This is just another stuck check just for people that are new, that are just coming to watch this. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just saving my voice as much as I can. But this is just a little stuck check just to see if we can get all of them underway, which you can see they have. And now we're just going to do one more lap. I love that camera shot. Look at that. That is an awesome camera shot. I will say though, I'm a little bit concerned for Traymeister, because to me his car looks a little laggy there, and with the damage being on heavy, I think some drivers could be a little bit wary of Traymeister. Everyone's taken all over the place out of Coca-Cola. Bobby's, oh well, there goes Bobby. He's off in the Lambo. Nope, there he is. Hello, bye bye Bobby. Yeah, so that could be a little bit of cause for concern. Let's see if we can ride on board with Rascal. Just see how laggy Trey's car is. No, it looks fine there. We did see a little laggy at Daichi, the first corner. Okay, it looks all right there. So maybe some drivers shouldn't be too concerned about it then with Traymeister's sort of lagginess. Maybe it just comes here and there, maybe, I suppose. Bobby sliding out of Panasonic and around. I tell you what, Bobby's going to have an awful hard time keeping. Ooh, don't be doing that in the race there, Bobby. That's a bit of an issue. Oh, it's Philo's been down the X out of Panasonic there. You can see in the background. So these drivers have got to be very, very careful, especially in the opening few laps when it gets stacked up on the first lap, the second lap, because, you know, like I said, the cars get very close together and with damage on heavy, so drivers got to be extra care around here. Come on, Philo. There he goes, across the line in last place there. So everything all hunky-dory, and we will get the first of 5 races of this 400-lap championship underway. So we've done the 2 stuck checks then, and we should get on with the actual race. I'll be quite intrigued to see what Lateral can do, starting, I think it was like 11th on the grid, followed by Slimmy Cam as well in the Porsche. The Porsche could be a bit of a disadvantage around here. If I remember correctly, when driving the Porsche, when I was racing in the GR3 championships, the Porsche is normally known for lack of straight line speed, so I don't know if it's had some updates along the way or what, but looks like Alex is going to get going. Yeah, he's not wasting any more time, because this race should have happened like at least 12 minutes ago. So let's see if Rascal, has he changed into... Yeah, he's changed onto the medium tyres. So no one's going for the soft tyres. The majority's going for mediums. A few of them going for the hard tyres. Let's get this 80-lap underway in the first round of the ARC 400-lap Endurance Championship. Let's show us the starting grid then. So starting on the front row is Kevlaro with that stunning effort. The last lap ditch on the pole position. Kevlaro followed by Rascal, Traymeister, Hallex, Isabel Turret, Gecko Racer, Bobby, TS Bap, Kofi, Baldy, Lateral, Slimmy, Nico, Philo and Robo. That is the 15-car field. As the red lights, you can see 4 lights, 5 lights, and then we are underway. Drivers will put the fuel up to 6 to save as much fuel as they can. Oops, that's the wrong thing to post on there. So yeah, all the drivers will put their fuel mixtures up to 6 to try and save enough fuel as they can on this lap alone. And then when they go by Panasonic, they'll go into double file formation, and then Kevlaro can dictate the pace when he will get going. That's why he's got the advantage, because he is the pole setter. Let's see if anyone else is fine through the back of the field. You see the guys then weaving left and right, like I said, to try and get the tyres warmed up. So we'll go through the order then. Kevlaro on the medium, so too is Rascal, so too is Traymeister, Hallex as well, Ismail Turret, really the first one on the hard tyres is the guy in 8th place, TS Bap. He's the first of the drivers on the hard tyres. Kofi is on mediums. Baldy also putting the hard tyres out of the way, so he's getting the worst tyre over and done with. Lateral, let's see what Lateral is in. Lateral's on the mediums. Slimmy's also on the mediums. Nico on the hards. Philo and Robo. So 4 drivers on the hard tyres, and all the rest of them are on the medium tyres. So hopefully they'll probably go for a soft stint come the end of this 80 lapper. Just mentioning there too as well, Lateral, who used to be a commentator for the ARC. The last time we saw Lateral compete, we have seen Lateral race before, but the last time he did race in ARC, it was the AJC Championship, where I believe he picked up a podium in one of those races, which was run by Kobu. And I was the co-commentator, and that was a good fun series at the AJC. Hopefully that will make a return sometime soon for the series season 2. And also we also saw Lateral before when we did the NASCAR Done Right series around Blue Moon at the right circuit, right there where the corners were right-handed. I picked him to be one of the favourites and he let me down. Stupid boy. But anyway, Kevlaro, he's going to go into double file formation and we will get 80 laps of Fuji underway. Kevlaro on the pole. It's an absolute star-studded lineup there. Many countries in this field. 15 drivers, about 7 or 8 countries there being shown in this there. Absolutely star-studded field of drivers there. Still become getting a little bit closer to the back of Body one. But here we go then. 80 laps around Fuji. It's going to be taking about at least, what, 100 seconds a lap or so, if you will, I don't know. But anyway, let's see Kevlaro's get going, and we are underway. The 80 lap, the first round of the Endurance Championship is underway. So let's see if we can all keep it nice and tidy through Daichi, the first corner. Kevlaro with a good lead, but like I said, he has the advantage as he is the pole sitter. Then into Daichi, hopefully no contact through the back of the pack. We ride on board with Robo, who started dead last in the field. Looks like we're all nice and tidy out of Daichi. That's good to see there. No contact being made possibly whatsoever in the first lap there, well, first corner, so that's great to see. So the field then making their way into Coca-Cola. Kevlaro still with the lead. Trainmeister's got up into second place from third on the grid. Rascal down to third after starting second on the grid. And Hallex, Gecko Race has made a good start. He's up to fourth place. Hallex down a spot to fifth. And Ismail Tutt, I believe he's also lost a spot there. As you can see there, Kofi on the inside of Bobby. That is for seventh place out of the hairpin. McLaren versus Lamborghini, and Bobby's got the inside though for 300R, which he's got to hold on to that position. Indeed he does. And you can see that there's the Baldy one there. Looks like he's going side by side with Philo into the hairpin. There's a bit of contact through there. Hopefully no damage there. Like I said, damage is on heavy. The only time you can get that fixed is when you go into the pit lane there. So there's a look at Philo. Sponsored like a gold livery, gold rear ring. Not necessarily like a champion in the Racing Asylum series. Maybe he's got that, I'm not too sure, but I mean, I do like that livery. That is very striking indeed. Actually, let's ride on board with Philo in this car. So up ahead you can see Ismail Tubbett there trying to make a pass. I believe that is on Bobby. I think Bobby's actually gained a spot there. Now Philo looks like he had to run out of Panasonic on Slimmy-Cam, but Slimmy-Cam does have the tow from Lateral in the Mazda. Now Baldy one has lost a couple of spots. He's fallen down to 13th place because Lateral, Slimmy-Cam, I think Philo's also gained a couple of spots there too. So on to the start finish straight they go then, and here comes Trainmeister to the inside of Kevlaro and takes the lead at Daichi, and Trainmeister into the lead. And again, Bobby and Ismail Turret, they're having a great battle there side by side, and Kofi in that lot's got the best seat in the house as we ride on board then with Kofi. Ooh, gets very close to the back of the Turkish driver. Out of Coca-Cola they go. Top four nose to tail, and a little bit of a gap there to Hallex in fifth. Bobby in sixth. Ooh, there's a little contact there. Kofi was had a bit of a push to pass on Ismail Turret. There was some contact. You did hear that when we were on board with Kofi. I don't know if Kofi will have to give that spot back up, because that was definitely a push to pass. That you did hear the contact he made on Ismail Turret. As all 15 cars then make the way into the hairpin for the second time on board with Robo. Started last, still in last place. And you've got Baldy one in 14th, who's lost 4 spots on the opening lap. Nico in 13th, just ahead, followed by Slimmy-Cam. Philo's actually gained a spot on Slimmy-Cam in the Porsche. So Philo's made a good start. I think he started 14th, I believe. I said in the qualifying. So he's already up a few spots. Meanwhile, Rascal in a third place. That Peugeot was super quick on the straight line. So too is the Aston Martin. So too is the Lamborghini. Let's ride on board then with Bobby as he does a time of 1:38.545, which is only just 300 slower than the fast lap set by Alex in the GTR, as that is a position change maybe for second place. Looks like Rascal one's a little bit wide out of Daichi, and looks like Gecko Racer may misjudge the braking out of the first corner as well. Now Alex and Gecko Racer side by side. That is for fourth place, going into Coca-Cola. And Gecko Racer giving Alex enough room there to try and get by on the inside of 100R. And no, Gecko's not giving up without a fight. Fair play to him. If he can stick side by side with Alex, which he doesn't do, he should have the inside for the hairpin. So Alex now up into fourth place now. And with that battling with Alex and Gecko, it's allowed Bobby to catch up in the Lamborghini. See further back then, through the back then Lateral G then just being a bit cautious in the shouty Mazda. He's got Bap just ahead of him, fellow Canadian. Bit of pride on offer on here. These two only Canadians in the field there, so a little bit of like I said, a bit of pride on the line here. He's going to be the best place I was going to say comedian, but it's Canadian, sorry. Lateral's not funny. Again, Lateral just been a little bit tentative on the throttle. That Mazda is a quick boy. He's going to get in the Tovo of TS Bap. And you can see Bap then just going all over to the pit wall there to try and defend this ninth place there. Lateral using every inch of the toe. Now they're going to have to go into the braking into the first corner at Daichi. It looks like that is Kofi, and Bap may have misjudged the braking point, and the old crisscross has worked. Lateral now up into ninth spot. Now we just noticed there too that Ismail Turret is on the outside of Kofi into the third corner, and Kofi holds the position. Meanwhile though, Gecko Race is down to sixth place now, because Bobby in the Hyundai, and I think someone's got a penalty, and Alex Kevlaro, the second place driver, has got a penalty. Now, we did see Baldy take a penalty because he ran wide out of Coca-Cola. I think someone else has also concurred the penalty. Yes, it was Kofi. Kofi as well he's bearing the penalty, so he's going to fall down the pecking order. So too with the post of the Kevlaro. Probably not too much, though. He's down in sixth place, as Alex is now gifted third, Bobby gifted fourth, and Gecko is gifted fifth. But now Rascal up into second place. Look at the top five. They're literally nose to tail there. Bobby sliding the rear of the Lambo out of 13. And Trey Gamers were on board with Kevlaro there. You can see he's nearly 5 seconds up the road on this battle for second place, which you feel that Rascal should try and pull away. Have a look at the back then of Rascal. Again, there'll be some strategies going on there. Drivers will be fuel saving at least. But look at the run that Alex is getting. We know what Alex is like. He's not a driver that will do some fuel saving at least. And he will go into second spot now. So the GTR super quick again and on the straight line. And he gets into second place. Now he's got at least about 3 seconds to catch up with the leader Traymeister and see if he can bring these gaggle of cars then with him. Again, the two Canadians going at it then for ninth place. And Slimmy Cam has found a way by Philo. In fact, Philo's fallen down the pecking order. He did a 1:42.7, so he's like 2.4 seconds slower than his current fastest lap of a 1:40.371. So Philo made a mistake. Oh, he may have had a penalty. Oh, what's happened now to Alex? Alex is Alex found a penalty? Oh, he did, and a big penalty at that as well. 1.9 second penalty. So that's going to hamper Alex there. But still, very early days. The only problem is now is he's got to get through the field of cars yet again. He may have lost it. No, Ismail Turret is just behind Alex, though. So now Bobby is now up into a podium spot at this moment. Pretty much got like a 7-car gaggle for second place, led by Rascal, then Bobby in the Lambo, then Gecko in the Beamer, Kevlaro in the Aston, Alex in the GTR, Ismail Turret in the Corvette, and Kofi in the McLaren. So you've got 7 different manufacturers in the top 8. Effectively, 9. You basically got at least 10 different manufacturers in the top. 9 different manufacturers. Oh, I don't know. Slimmy Cam to the inside of TS BAP. Then that is 4th position, and that is 10th place now for Slimmy Cam. And Kofi's found a way back again on Ismail Turret. Hopefully not a push to pass like he did a couple of laps ago. Yeah, so, oh, another penalty has concurred. Who was that? That's Rascal. Now, Rascal has concurred the penalty, and now he's going to fall down the pecking order. It's absolute Christmas time for Bobby. He's in 2nd, and Gecko Racer. He's up into the podium here. Again, penalties very, very strict. You do not want to run out wide out of Coca-Cola because it will inflict quite a harsh penalty. And I mean, all these penalties that are going on, it's allowed trade game. It's nearly pull out to a 4.5 second advantage over this band of cars, which is led by Bobby now. You can see that Ismail Turret, they're just clinging on to this battle of cars that's just ahead of them. It's right on board then with Ismail. There we go. There's the first of the RA boys in the chat there. There you go. Philo, Bobby and Gecko. Well, so far, Bobby and Gecko are doing a great job. Philo is doing too, but he's a little bit further down the pecking order. And it looked like Kofi there was just flashing the indicators there as Rascal does a late move on Alex. Kofi really late braking into Daichi and actually made it stick. Now, I think what they're doing is not a smart racing there, because if they're going to battle, they're going to lose ground on the cars that are ahead of them. So you feel like they need to work together. Is Kofi's indicator still flashing on? No, not anymore. Let's see the order then. So we've got Lateral in 9th. So that is a Mazda. Then you've got Slippy Cam in 10th. So yeah, we've got at least 9 different manufacturers in the top 10. Then you've got TS BAP down to 11th place. And it's been hunted down by Philo in the BMW. Baldy one in 13th. Robo in 14th. And in 15th place is Nico. So we've got at least 11 different manufacturers in this field, in this race alone. Let's see if anyone else has actually got some damage on their cars. Looks like we're all nice and clean so far. Looks like no damage at all on these guys. So now Trainmeister's lead has gone up over 5 seconds now over Bobby, who was starting to stretch his legs away from Gecko Racer, although he's just in the toe. Then there's a bit of a gap then between Kevlaro and Alex, who are now side by side across the start-finish line to start lap 9 out of 18. And here comes Rascal. Is he going to go late braking? Watch out for Kofi. Kofi's really late on the brakes there. Oh, and Rascal just squeezes by. No damage was done there. But Kofi was very close getting into the back of Kevlaro. We will have a look at a replay of an onboard with Kofi. That McLaren must have some seriously good brakes here. Yeah, you can see him. He really locked up there. You can see the brake pad there on the left of the screen. So Bobby in second as Kofi slides the rear out of hairpin. Now let's have a look then at the Baldy one. Baldy one on the hard tyres, sitting still in 13th place. Starting to lose ground on TS BAP and Philo just ahead. He's got a 4-second advantage on Robo and Nico, who are still constantly battling. In fact, Nico has got damage. He's got engine damage and front left and bumper damage. So Nico, the first driver to have actually had some big time damage there. So problems for Nico. He'll have to put in this time by, because he's going to be losing a lot of time if he carries on continuing on with that damage. Bobby's starting to pull away from Gecko Racer about a quarter of a second a lap. It was about you know, Gecko Racer was just within slipstream distance of Bobby, but now Bobby's found a quarter of a second on him, and it's up to 1 second. But you know what Alex is like? Alex is one of the fastest drivers in ARC. He's not going to give it up without a fight. On board with Alex then, into the first corner, lap 10 out of 80, so another 70 odd laps to go. As it's just starting 4 o'clock there. GP77 saying good luck to the RE boys. Well, your RE boys are doing very well. Now we're just wondering to see if Nico will make his pit stop. You look on the top right there, you see that last stop there's just come out the last corner. Will he come into the pits? Actually, let's see what he's doing. Yeah, he's coming into the pit lane. So Nico, the first who had some sort of big time damage on the car, he could actually come out just ahead of Traymeister, so he could be one of the first to be a lap down. Really. Traymeister still leading the way. Gap up to 5.6 seconds now over Bobby in the Lambo, but now Gecko Racer has caught up on this lap alone on Bobby. And we know Gecko is very good at fuel saving. We saw what he did last week at Interlagos, so Gecko Racer not in a hurry. Really, let's see what the fuel is like on there. So Bobby's down to roughly, oh, he wants a little wide out of Mets. That could be a penalty. No, looks like it's all nice and fine through there. Getting a little sideways out of Panasonic. Looks like we've kind of lost Kevlaro a bit there. And again, Kofi sliding the rear out of the last corner. But looks like the pole sitter has dropped off from Rascal. Yeah, nearly 2 seconds down the road. So Kevlaro's made maybe a couple of mistakes then on that lap. So it's now a 4-car battle for second place, and these 3 cars are battling for sixth place, which Kofi's diving on the inside, but couldn't get the job done on Kev. And now you can see there, look in the background there, that's Philo making a look on the inside of TS Bap into Daichi. And was that a little bit of touching out of the first corner? We'll just look at this then, on board with Philo, let's see. Just a little slight nudge. Probably may want to give the spot back up though. Oh, nearly leaned on him, and he has gave up the spot back. So okay, no harm, no foul then on Philo. But Bap is kind of struggling. I mean, don't forget though, Bap is on the hard tyres. He is, I believe he is the best place of the hard tyres. The Baldies are down in 13th. Robo and Nico, who has just come out now, he's on this, he's probably on the same set of hards. He's just repaired the damage there, so he's okay. But the problem is now he's nearly a full lap down. You just saw the leader trade just in the background just there. And oh, let's see the battle then for second place as Bobby and Gecko Racer now close together. And now Kevlaro's been shoved down to 8th place. I've just noticed there. So Kofi's up to 6th. Ismail Tara now in 7th. So the pole sitter struggling now in that Aston. And he's diving to the inside of Daichi on the Turkish driver. And he's got 7th place. Now can he make it stick? Or is Tara has the run? No, he doesn't. So Kevlaro gets the spot. Oh, Kofi, massive tank slap out of Coca-Cola. That might be a penalty. Oh, is it a penalty? Yes, it is a penalty. He got it all wrong out of Coca-Cola, and there's a massive tank slap. Did a great job, but he misjudged the braking at the hairpin, and Kevlaro retakes his 6th place. Now Kofi's got to burn the penalty right here, which he's not doing, which means he has to burn it at the start-finish line, which could be even more of a problem. Oh God, he nearly got into the back of Isbell again. And they've dropped nearly to 4 seconds on this battle for second place. That's ahead of them. You can still see them. Bobby in the Lambo still leading the way. And there's a look at your leader then. Trey Meister still leading the gap up now to 6 seconds now. So on board with Alex, what's he going to do? Is he going to make a toe on Gecko, or is he going to stick him behind? No, it's typical Alex. He doesn't go for the fuel saving, he goes for it. Now, what does Rascal do? Well, Rascal's a little bit further back. He's lost a little bit of ground on these guys. Kofi's the first to make a pit stop. A bit of an interesting decision there to make it there. So he's obviously not too comfortable with those tyres with the car. So he's the first, well, effectively the second to make a pit stop with Nico's damage in a couple of laps ago. Or was he doing a 10-minute stop already? Is Kofi doing his 10-minute stint already? Okay then. That's what it looks like. But let's see what's happening then for the battle for second place. Still Bobby leads that battle. Gecko and Alex and Rascal literally nose to tail then. It's just about 1.1 seconds from Bobby to Rascal. And then you got Kevlaro having a battle with Isabel Turret. Slimmy Cam is now up into 8th place. Laro's lost a couple of spots. Oh, as he dives really late there, he may have misjudged the brake and it Dunlop, and it has done, and it may cost him 2 spots as a result. So Laro G then just misjudged the braking into 300R. I think it was more concentrated being in the slipstream. Just a slight lapse of concentration. And I tell you what, yeah, he nearly smacked into the back of TS BAP. Let's see his Kofi. Yeah, Kofi must be doing his 10-minute stop. So, okay then, interesting. Now let's see this battle then for second place, as it looks like it's Gecko Racing. It's now gone into second spot. So he's managed to get by Bobby. Let's see what happened there. Did Bobby run wide at Daichi, or what happened? Let's see. Because Gecko comes from a long way away. He really came a long way away on Bobby and made it stick as well. So he must have put his brake balance up to like 5 or something like that and made the pass there. That was because he was a long way away from Bobby in the Lambo. Lucky Bucky says, sorry, no, what's a 10-minute break? Because this race is quite long. It's 80 laps long. Drivers are allowed to have a 10-minute break, so they can, you know, they can have a cigarette, have something to eat, get themselves, you know, concentrating a bit more, you know, composure, what have you. So yeah, that's just what the 10-minute break is all about. Everyone has to do it though. But I'm just quite surprised Kofi's doing it that early. Not unless it was a very important phone call. Yeah, so definitely Kofi doing the first of the 10-minute stuff. So he's going to be at least a couple of laps down. So Treymeister, now the advantage is now 7.7 seconds and increasing. Gecko Racer now into second place. Bobby third, Alex fourth, Rascal fifth, Kevlaro in sixth. Then Ismail Turret having a good scrap there, 6th and 7th. Then TS BAP is now gone up into 8th place. Slimmy Cam's lost a couple of spots. Philo's now improved up to 9th place. Slimmy Cam down to 10th. Laro G in 11th. Baldy 12th. Robo 13th. And the two guys there that's made the pit stop, Nico for damage, and Kofi, like I said, is doing his 10-minute break. Oh, got to be careful. That might be a penalty there, Nico. No, he's cut that fine, actually. He's actually setting some blue times, too. So he's getting quicker and quicker as Nico. But you could see the damage has already been done with that incident that happened on lap 9. I think that was. Alex has gone into third. Alex has passed Bobby. And he already done the move. So I'm presuming he must have done it at Daichi. Oh, Kofi's not doing any more laps. Oh, his brake pedal's glitching again. So I'm for, oh well then. So Kofi's not doing his 10-minute break. He's retired from the race because of the glitching of his brake pedal. So yeah, so Kofi. Oh, hello, head Alex there. That's a nice slide for the camera. Bobby's struggling with the rear tyres out of Panasonic. Those rear tyres have cried no more nearly. And that's going to really comprehend Rascal because he's going to lose some ground on the top two ahead. Now Rascal's going to get the slipstream on Bobby. As you can see, Gecko Racer's under threat now from Hallex, which Gecko tries to defend the second spot. Late braking into Daichi at the first corner. Careful not to hit the AstroTurf. You will spin the car around now. Get Hallex and Gecko are side by side. Into Coca-Cola. It's a fast left-hander, and Hallex has got the inside, and Gecko really doesn't put up a fight. And then maybe Gecko will probably do the smart thing and try and fuel save behind Hallex. But Hallex, now that he's retaken second spot, and you know he did concur a penalty a few laps ago, but you can see the gap now up to 8.2 seconds now from Treymeister in the lead. Ismail Turner has gone by Kevlaro, the pole sitter, so Ismail Turner now up into 6th. And look at Philo from 14th on the grid. He's up to 8th place. So good drive this year from Philo. Best lap of a 135 for 139.5. And you can see that there's Slimmy Cam then trying to get, I think that's a defending of a position, because I think Bab is trying to find a way by. And Lato was also there too. Robo up to 12th. From last on the grid. Looks like Baldy is he's made a pit stop. He's onto the soft tyres now. And Nico in 14th, and Kofi, unfortunately, well, we now know, but I've noticed in the chat there, he's now retired because of his brake pedal glitching. Now let's see what Hallex can do. Can he close down that 8 seconds on Treymeister? We're on lap 17 out of 80. 8 seconds in these kind of racing, enduranceing, 8 seconds is literally still very close there. As Bobby again sliding those rear tyres out of Daichi. And I think out of all the other racers that's ahead of him, look at the fuel. His fuel is horribly bad. Now it's like I was saying, that Lambo does guzzle up a lot of fuel. You look at Alex's fuel, he's just less than 50%. Gecko Racer's less than 50%. Rascal was pretty much on 50%, and you look at Bobby's, he's down to about 37% of fuel left in his Lambo. So Bobby's starting to lose out here. So this is going to be a 3-car scrap for second place come a few laps time. Let's have a look again at the battle then for 8th place then. And Slimmy Camus concurred a 1.5 second penalty as the penalty here or on the start finish line there. So that allows TS Bap to move back up into 9th and Lateral back into the top 10. As looks like that is Lateral trying to get by TS Bap there. Oh, Slimmy Cam a little bit out of sorts out of the first part of the hairpin. And now that has allowed Philo to pull away now from this scrap for 8th place. The only problem is he's only 13 seconds behind Kevlaro, the pole sitter, in 7th in the Aston. So, you know, it is still very early days still. Bobby's actually coming to the pit lane, so there you go then. Bobby's coming in. Yeah, look at that left rear tyre. That's not that good. Don't know what tyres he's put on there. So he's got the medium tyres out of the way. He can go either to the softs or the hards. I believe you've got 2 sets of softs in your arsenal as well as the 1 set of hards. And he's going to go into the hard compound tyre now. So he comes out in 11th position, just ahead of Robo in the McLaren. There he is. Oh, Bobby, that's going to be a penalty there. Bobby out of Coca-Cola. That's going to be a 1.5 second penalty, my friend. That should be a penalty. He did put all 4 wheels out of Coca-Cola, not unless if he's got away with it. I think he might have, actually. All right, then. Gecko Racer back into 2nd place. Hallex is down to 4th position. What has he done there? Did he slide out of Metz? Oh, he just lost out the second part of Dunlop. So Gecko Racer has retaken 2nd spot, Rascal in 3rd, and Hallex dumped back down to 4th after that little mistake. Hopefully it wasn't too contact that was made there, or just Hallex losing the rear But you can see those medium tyres are looking a little bit worse wear. And here comes the outside post heading out to the inside of Gecko. And look at the times that they've lost now. 11 seconds they are behind Trainmeister. So, oh God, into the first corner. So they've really lost a lot of time alone here. What was Trainmeister's time? A 1:38.989. So he's doing really consistent 1:38, 1:38. What, you know, like high 1:38s to low 1:39s. And you can see Rascal, his last lap was a 1:40. Gecko's was a 1:41.2. And Halleck's was a 1:42.3. So Alex, again, just doing these little tiny mistakes here and there. I mean, he was invincible in Season 4 in the GR3s, invincible in Season 5. He's having a little bit of a struggle here in this race, is Alex. As he dives to the inside of Gecko. And looks like Gecko again is going to give up the position. Again, no point in fighting it. You're still very early on in the race. So that's smart racing from Gecko. Bad Dog saying, hi guys, hats off to these guys. 8 laps is a real test of concentration. You try doing 80 laps commentating on yourself. By yourself. Yeah, it's not fun. I should have a co-commentator with me. But they've been busy. So doing 80 laps commentating by yourself, that's not easy as well. Gecko starting to lose the draft away from Alex because he's tucked up in the slipstream of Rascal in the faster Peugeot. Oh, in fact, Alex is going to pull out to the right. Gecko just easing on the brakes there. And Alex retakes the second spot yet again. Now, can he just not afford to make a mistake? We did see it was about 8 seconds. It's now 12.1 seconds behind now. That lap there was a 1:39.247 as Baldy has hit the fastest lap. Don't forget that Baldy is on the soft tyres as TS Bap makes his first pit stop. As well as Slimmy Cam. Slimmy Cam makes his first stop as well. So there is your current fastest lap time. There he is, Mr. Baldy. He's the only one that's on the soft tyres just yet. And he's starting to close down on Robo. He will have one more set of softs on his name. He did start the race on the hard tyres there. So changing from the hards to the soft was a bit early, I reckon. Maybe it was just the fuel too. So TS Bap comes out. He was also on the hard tyres. What tyres is he on now? He's gone to the medium tyres. Slimmy Cam, I think, was also on the mediums. He's gone to the hard tyres. And there is a look at Nico. You can see he's been hunted down by the leader. Blue flags are being waved to Nico. But he doesn't need to be out of the way just yet. He's got at least about a 3-second buffer on train. And you can see the gap is coming down, and you can... Oh, Kev Laro's into the pit lane. The pole sitter's in the pits. You'll have lockjaw by the end. Oh, God, I hope not. No, I think my throat will be dead. Have I got plenty of water? No, I don't, actually. I really don't. Lateral's in the pits, too. And Bobby, who was the first guy to make a genuine pit stop up against the top, he's working his way back up through the field now. That's him up to 7th now. Philo's up to 6th and 14th on the grid. As we have done 1/4 distance complete. We'll give you a rundown then of the order. Trainmaster with a 13-second advantage. Alex has done another mistake. Because Gecko races back up into second spot. It just seems to me he's just trying so hard to try and catch up to Trainmeister, but when he does, he just falls down to 4th place. Right, anyway, we'll give you a rundown then. So Trainmeister's advantage is now up to 13 seconds. Looks like Nico's going to come into the pits. That'll be the second pit stop for him. Gecko racing now into second. Rascal third. Alex fourth. Isbel Turret in 5th, Philo from 14th is 6th, Bobby, who was the first to make a pit stop, he's in 7th. Robo hasn't yet pitted, he's 8th. Kevlaro, he's just come out of the pits in 9th. Baldy, who pitted in on lap 15, is sitting in 10th place. Rascal and Alex both come into the pits now. Lateral's also made a stop, he's in 11th place. He's gone to the soft tyres now. TS Bap in 12th, Slimmy coming 13th, Nico in 14th, he's doing his second stop, and Kofi unfortunately retiring due to a brake glitch problem. So that only allows Trainmeister, Gecko, Isabel Turret, Philo and Robo, who have not yet pitted. And in fact, Gecko's Robo actually getting closer to the back of Kevlaro. Did Kevlaro make a mistake? Oh no, Robo just let him by. Okay. My bad there. Just out ahead is Hallex, and he's gone to the hard tyres. Now where's Rascal? Rascal's actually come out a good few seconds ahead, but he's gone to the soft tyres. So Philo's up to 4th now. Top 4 have yet to pit. And the other one is Robo down in 9th spot. But he's down to about 25 litres of fuel in his McLaren. Now what will Gecko Racer do now? What will Gecko Racer do now that Hallex and Rascal pitted? Does he pit in as well, or does he do his own race? He's still got plenty of fuel in his BMW. In fact, look at the fuel comparisons to Trainmeister to Gecko Racer. Gecko's down to 25%, and Trey's flashing red. What about Ismail Turret? He's about 18% of fuel left in the car. Philo, he's down to 25% as well. So we should see Trainmeister come into the lead either this time by or the next time by. Have a beer then. Oh, I don't drink alcohol. No, I don't drink alcohol. I have my juice with me somewhere. I think the dog's sleeping on it. Oh, I can feel it. Hang on a sec. There we go, we're back. Right then, bit of a struggling race here so far for Hallex. He's worked up to 2nd place on 3 occasions, but the 3 times he's bottled it and has lost a couple of spots in the process. He's now catching up to Kevlaro, who is on the soft tyres, I think he is. Yep. And the lead is in the pits. Trainmeister into the pit lane, so Gecko Racer will be leading the race, followed by Ismail Turret. I mean, Trey will still come out ahead, effectively, of Rascal. He did have at least a 13-second advantage over the battle for 2nd place. So there you go, then. Confirmation then. Gecko Racer now officially in the lead of the race. Ismail Turret in 2nd. And now Philo is under some pressure from Rascal using those soft tyres. Baldy's time of 1:38.050 could be destroyed here by Rascal's time. And there you go, 1:37.492, and here he goes in the toe of Philo, and that is potentially 3rd, 4th place, I think. Oh, Philo running a little wide. Oh, now there's Trainmeister just coming out just ahead of Rascal. And what tyres is Trey on? He's stuck with the mediums. I mean, I guess that's okay, if you will. I mean, you are entitled to use another set of mediums, but you have to use the hard tyres and the soft tyres as well. Let's see, heading down the pecking order then. Baldy won up into 9th place, so it looks like that Robo has made a pit stop. And he has come out in 12th place, and he's gone to the medium tyres now. Slimmy Cam in the Porsche, 13th place there, just doing some 140s though, but he is on the slower of the 3 compound tyres. Nico is Nico doing a 10-minute stop? I think it looks like he is. And Gecko's actually into the pit lane. Gecko into the pits. So that is going to put Isabel Turret now into the lead of the race. Only 2 drivers that have yet to make a stop. Him and, well, actually now Philo comes into the pits. So it's only Isabel Turret that's now yet to make a pit stop. And he should be pitting this time by Gecko Racer gone to the hard tyres. But where does he come out though? There you can see Gecko Racer, he just comes out just ahead of Bobby, but behind Rascal. But Gecko's on the hard tyres, the Rascal's on the hard, on the softs. And you can see he's catching up to Trainmeister in a hurry. Fast lap again set to him. 1:37.492. Baldy one now up into 8th place on the soft tyres too. But Trainmaster on the hards, Rascal on the softs. And you can see Rascal is pushing the car. And he's purple again in sector 2. Now let's see if Alex is he's starting to drop off from Kevlaro. In fact, Kevlaro has actually gone by Bobby. Is that around the outside of Dunlop, was that? Well, there's Gecko just ahead. Yeah, he's got a good toe in that Aston. Dives out onto the racing line. Really heavy braking. Yeah, he just misjudged the braking point. And Bobby goes back through. But we're back on board with him again, and he's still side by side with Bobby. No, he's not. Bobby's actually surrendered that 5th place then to Kevlaro, as the leader has now gone into the pits. So everyone has made their first pit stop. Oh, he's invisible. Oh no, there he is there. So Trainmeister in the lead, but the gap's come down now to less than a half a second now. Rascal making a charge, but don't forget Trainmaster's on the mediums to Rascal's soft tyres. Gecko Racer on 3rd, but he's on the hard tyres. Here comes Bobby back on the inside of Kevlaro. Them two having a good ding-dong. Ooh, nearly squeezed Kevlaro out on the Astro. But that was okay then. Alex 4 seconds adrift. Baldy one now up into 7th place. And there's that shouty, the very shouty Mazda of Lateral in 8th place. TS Bap in 9th. And it looks like to me that Isabel Turret is also doing his 10-minute stop as well. So 2 people doing 10 minutes. Isabel Turret and Nico. We've still got fair Slimmy Cam all the way up to Trainmeister, but are still to do their 10-minute stop as Rascal takes the lead at Dunlop on Trainmeister. Now Kevlaro should be a bit closer to Gecko Racer because he is on the faster tyres than Gecko just ahead of him. Bobby's starting to lose a little bit of drifting or draft on Kevlaro. I'm wondering if Kevlaro sponsored the 46 because of Valentino Rossi. I mean, he's Italian. It's definitely a no-brainer, I reckon. Right, let's see. Watch the slipstream in effect there on Gecko Racer. Looks like Lateral G is past the Baldy one for 7th spot. We'll have a look at a replay at that one, and you can see the Gecko Racer pulling out all over to the pit wall. We'll have a look at a quick replay of how Lateral got that. Oh, in fact, Baldy must have lost it. Oh, he just dipped into the Astro. Yeah, he just hit the Astro turf and just upset the car. So 7th place was a gift for Lateral. And Kevlaro has gone by into 3rd place on Gecko. And again, Gecko not putting up a fight. He knows it's still very early on. So some smart racing from Gecko's part and just gave the spot to Kevlaro. Although Gecko very sideways out of the first corner. That is Astro. Do not touch the Astro turf. Love this camber shot. It's Alex in 6th, and it's actually been caught by Lateral and Baldy. God, just listen to that Mazda. It just sounds like a robotic bee. Listen to it. Oh. Yeah, lateral from Lobby B made it one of only 2 drivers to make it from Lobby B qualifying, him and Slimmy Cam. Slimmy Cam's down in 12th, I believe. Yes, indeed he is. Nico has done his 10 minutes, so he's out now. You can see there on lap 20, he did a lap time of a 12 minute 12 seconds. So you know he's done his 10 minutes. Now Rascal's starting to pull away from Traymaster, 1.5 seconds. The only problem is he's got Nico, who's just done his 10-minute stint in the pits, up ahead. Now I want to see lateral to Alex. It's a type of engine you'd hear out of Formula 1 2002 on the PS2. God, those were quite annoying as well. But Lato having a fine race at the moment. Couple of mistakes here and there. Nearly got into the back of TS Bap at the corner that he's coming to now. But he is slowly catching up to Alex. Although Alex starting to pull away. Just a teensy bit. 2-3, 2-4-5, 2... Oh no, breaking now into the hairpin. Now let's see what Bobby's doing then in the Lamborghini. He was pretty much effectively the first to make a pit stop in the top 5. Baldy was probably the first to make a pit stop, as well as Nico, but he did concur some damage in the opening few laps. But Bobby looks like he's starting to close up on Gecko Racer. Gecko Racer didn't have a good exit out of Panasonic because the gap is slowly coming down. And you can just see that TS Bap there just out of the last corner to start lap 29. Look at the whole host of countries there. You've got Rascal for Britain there, Traymaster for America, Italian for Kevlaro, Norway for Alex, Canada for Lateral. We've got an Irish in Baldy. We've got a German in Nico. We've got a Dutchman in Robo. And you've got a Turkish in Ismail Turret. Now, has he done his 10-minute stint? Oh, maybe he's done a 7-minute 13. Not unless, okay, so drivers can also be entitled to do a 5-minute break as well. They can either do a 10-minute break or a 10-minute break in 2. So I think that's what Ismail Turret's done. I think he's done a 5-minute stint, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the case. So he'll have to do another 5-minute break, which is again allowed. The minimum you can do is 10 minutes at least. So I think that's what Ismail Turret's done. He's done a 5-minute break in the first stop, and he's going to do another 5-minute break maybe in his second stop or his third stop. We don't know. Oh no, Treymeister's left the room from second spot. Treymeister left the room. Disconnection has to be. And we've seen that before in the Endurance Series, I believe, when we had the LMP1s and the GR3s. That happened as well at the same track. Oh, that is a disaster for Treymasters, because that was his to lose. He had the perfect setup as well. And unfortunately, he's been disconnected. Well, this has thrown the race wide open now. Oh, I'd be gutted if I was Trey, because he had built up a solid lead in the first stint up to about, 13 seconds, made that stop, probably had the perfect strategy, and then unfortunately now it's just a disconnection. I think, Rascal will be gutted by that, Alex will be gutted. I think Kevlaro, Gecko and Bobby will all be gutted by that as well. But anyway, it's allowed the drivers that were behind Trey to move up a spot. So Kevlaro now up in the second spot. Gecko Racer and Bobby, the two racing the Silent Boys, then battling for the bottom step of the podium. Alex 3.5 seconds adrift. Lateral was now up into 6th place, and the Baldy one. Oh, there's Treemeister. He's joined again. So yeah, it was a disconnection. Oh, that's absolutely gutting for Tree. Absolutely gutting for Treemeister. Hey then, let's see what these Race of the Silent Boys is all about then. On board with Bobby in the tow of the BMW racer, that is Gecko, and he's going to pull out. Oh, he's doing a bump draft. I don't think that's allowed. I don't think that's allowed, Bobby, doing bump drafting. Yeah, Bobby could be in trouble with the stewards there. Bump drafting is not allowed in this championship, so... bit iffy there. Lateral's making his 2nd stop. Good stint on those soft tyres there for Lateral. Got it to as high as 6th place. Yeah, you can see Trey in the chat there just... Nah. To be fair, that was his race to lose. It was really his race to lose. Got up to 37%, but is he stuck with the same soft tyres? No, he's not. He's put on a new set of softs. So he's using his his maximum capacity on those on those soft tyres. So these are the 2nd stint of those softs. And that's perfectly legal. It's perfectly loud. It enables the Baldy one to move up into 6th position. TS Bab into 7th. Baldy having a good race here so far. And there is Isabel Turret, who is behind. He'll probably be the fast out of the pair of them because Baldy's soft tyres are looking a little bit dead to me. Nearly falling off the cliff, if you will. But Turret has done a 5-minute break. Let's have a look further down then through the field. Then Philo in 9th place on the set of soft tyres. He's got 17 seconds to Lateral, who has come out on a fresh set of softs. But he is 3.1 seconds ahead of Robo. Good drive this actually from Philo. For any of the RA boys that are watching this, why is Philo's rear ring gold? Did he win one of your local leagues or something? For him to be gold, like a championship win? Oh, hello Philo. That's a... Give it a old loosey-goosey out of 12. I'm quite intrigued to know why he's got a gold rear ring. I'm thinking of, when you go back to like hot rods and all that, if you become world champion, you get like a gold roof. So how come he's got like a gold rear ring for? Not unless if he's won a championship. That's my guess anyways. It's Robocopy in 10th. Slimmy Cam in 11th. And he is catching up to the back of Baldy as he's on the hard tyres. So you can see there, Ismail Turner is 5 minutes 20 seconds behind Brasco. So he's like 3 laps down on the leader. And Nico in 13th is 11 minutes 43 seconds down the road. And Bobby's actually gone by Gecko Racer for 3rd spot. So Gecko on those maybe hard tyres is a little bit struggling. Oh, he's just fuel saving yet again. Bobby should be pitting quite soon, isn't he? No, he's down to about 35% of fuel left on his car. And Gecko Racer, Gecko Racer's down to 25%. But I tell you what, they're being caught. They're being caught by Alex, who's now 3.1 seconds down the road. As you can see, their turret is unlapping himself from Baldy. Yeah, race has been kind of clean here again. I accidentally looked at Kofi. Yeah, just said that had the perfect strategy and it got ruined by internet. Lucky Bucky says no particular reason. Okay then, I just thought he'd won a championship in your league there, but oh well. It does look quite smart though, I have to say. There he is. There he's actually lost 10th place. He's lost 9th place because Robo's gone by him. So Philo must have made a mistake. I think he was actually pulling out on the pass too. Yeah, I do believe Philo lost that spot to Robo. Yeah, you can see on the lap times there, 142.7, 142.6 compared to 140.9. So he's had a bad couple of laps here, has Philo, and it's allowed Robo to catch up to him. Oh, not catch up to him, actually pass him. Now let's see Alex's gap to Gecko Racer. Still 3 seconds, still roughly the same. And what about the gap then to Rascal to Kevlaro? Up to 10 seconds, but you'd have to feel for Trey because, yeah, I know, well, we can't go on about talking about Trey, but, you know, we've got to concentrate on this race alone now anyways, as we're nearly half distance in this race. Approaching 20 to 5. I tell you what, Trey Meister, if you would have been disconnected in race 3 of the BTCC last week, I would have won that race. Right then, Kevlaro now in second. Gecko's back into third spot. Bobby must have hit a penalty because he was on ghost. He was ghosted. Yeah, he got a 1 second penalty out of Coca-Cola, I'd imagine. So had to surrender that. Burnett at the track there. Nico just running slightly wide there. Goes over, moves over to the left hand side, and that's third place for Gecko. And now Alex has caught up now to the back of Bobby because of that penalty. Marshall waving the blue flag there for Nico to move out of the way. Again, more blue flags being waved. Here's a look then at Slimmy Cam. Let's ride on board with Slimmy. Started 12th. He's now in 11th place. We did see him high as 8th. Kind of struggling always on the Astro. He's got to get off the Astro, which he has done, but he's going to lose him a bit of time on Philo in the Beamer just ahead. Short shifting quite early into 6th gear there. Rascal sliding out of Panasonic then to start lap 36 out of 80. The gap between himself to Kevlaro was just nearly 12 seconds. Gecko Racer into third place, but having a bit of trouble being stuck behind Nico, who is still multiple laps down because he has served his 10-minute break. Bobby is starting to pull away a little bit from Alex in the GTR, who's been a little bit scruffy in this race alone, Alex. And then you've got Baldy having a fine race there, but he's going to be pitting this time by. In fact, he's coming towards Panasonic now. He's nearly lost that 6th place there because there's Bap right behind him. So there's Trey. He's left the room now. So we're down to effectively 13 races now. So we should see Baldy coming into the pits. Yes, indeed, he does. So he's got the hard tyres out the way, he's got the soft tyres out the way. He can race on another set of softs if he wishes. There goes lateral just going by. And you've got to wait an awful long time for Robo and Slimmy Cam. Where's Philo? Is Philo pitted as well? Oh, Philo's had an off, I think. I reckon Philo was had an off. Because Slimmy Cam has passed him. Oh, there you go. He's went off again, so he's done 2 mistakes. And again, it's like what one of the guys is saying there. It's just a, complete test of concentration. He's off again. Wow, Philo has had an absolute nightmare of this lap here. Look at that, it's coming up to 2 minutes alone. He's nearly, what, 20 seconds off his last lap. So Philo has had a nightmare lap here. And now he's going to be on the verge of being, he's going to be on the cusp of being a lap down. That last lap alone is lost him 32 seconds alone. Now Baldy's into the pits. Is he must be doing his 10-minute stop, or 5 minutes, effectively. Now Rascal has got damage. Rascal's got damage. I've just noticed there. He's got damage to the rear and the right rear. And you can see the gap's come down to 3.8 seconds. So I don't know what we've seen there. His last lap was a 147.6. So Rascal has either got spun, or has he been hit by someone? Now, was there any culprits that may have hit him? Or did he just bin it by himself? So an uncharacteristic mistake of Rascal to either make a mistake, or someone's plod into the back of him. So huge drama then on lap 36 alone there. Philo making a huge amount of mistakes, and then Rascal has picked up heavy damage on the back and the right rear. For him to lose 9 seconds alone, and the gap looks like it's coming up a bit. Because Kevlaro, he can't catch up with him because those tyres are not looking too good. It could actually play into the hands of Gecko Racer Alex when they go into the soft tyres. Now, was Rascal going to come into the pits to fix the damage, or was he just trying to get a tow from Philo? Looks like he's going to stay in the tow of Philo, potentially. That lap time was a 1:39.472, so his lap times have been about in the 38s. So, I mean, it's just about a second a lap slower. But there you go, drama then on this race now. Rascal picking up damage. Treymeister, who was leading the race comfortably before lagging out. Side by side for 4th place, then Bobby on the inside of Alex and into Daichi. And as he got the spot, is Alex gone for the crisscross? It looks like that Lambo's got good speed. He actually got by Alex here. Here's a replay. Yeah, and just gets by him. Let's see on live action now. See if he's actually gone by again. Yes, he has. And they've just lapped there Nico to put him another lap down. How many laps down is Nico? He is 7 laps down, but he has made a 10-minute stop. Looks like Baldy is doing his 10-minute stop, potentially 5. Well, he's at 5 minutes to now. Yeah, so it looks like he's doing the 10-minute stop. So 2 drivers then will have done their 10-minute stop. So that will be both Baldy and Nico. Ismail Turret has done a 5-minute stop. It's now Rascal's lead is coming down. He's getting a bit of iffy from the back of Philo as we are on board with Rascal. Is he pulled out to go into the pits? It looks like he is. Yeah, it looks like he is. So that's going to allow Kevlaro to go back into the lead of this race. Yeah, so Kevlaro, who started on the pole, fell down to about 8th place as Gecko Racer comes in to make his second stop. And now Bobby and Alex should be side by side across the start-finish line. Right on board with Nico, because he's going to have the best seat in the house then. Into the first corner again. Alex on the inside, Bobby on the outside, and again them two swapping positions yet again. Oh, they're not giving an inch through Coca-Cola. Alex and Bobby side by side. Now into the 100R. Bobby's got the inside, Alex on the outside, and Bobby, fair play. He's played against, he's racing against one of ARC finest drivers, and he's hold his own. Fair play there to Bobby. I think to me the Rascal was making his 10-minute stop, a 5-minute stop. But it looks of it, yes indeed he is then. So that's another driver that's making a stop. A long stop, but Kevlaro's lead now 12 seconds, but those tyres are, especially the left front, and also the left rear, and that's because of that 100R after Coca-Cola. Look how just long and twisty that corner is. I don't know who that is in second place. Bobby's still just going through that corner, not in second place, because there's the battle now. It's the only real closest battle out there at the moment. But Bobby should be pitting in this time by, because he's flashing. What's Alex's fuel like? Alex has plenty of fuel. Bobby's going to do another lap. Alex not going in the toe. Really late braking into Daichi there, and Alex still holding on. So we're halfway distance now through the race. Let's give you a rundown then of the order. Kevlaro's lead, 12.7 seconds. Bobby in second, but is under some increasing pressure from Alex. TS Bap now in fourth place. Lateral in fifth, but he's flashing red, so he's got to be pitting this time by. Gecko Racer, who's come out in sixth place, but he's gone onto the soft tyres now. Robo in seventh, but he's set to make a second stop. Slimmy Cam in eighth. I don't think he's made a second stop just yet, though. Philo in ninth. After that dreadful lap 35 there, he's now setting 41s compared to that 2:12 there on that lap there. Then 10th place has been Rascal, who has previously led this race, but he's doing either a 5-minute stop or a 10-minute stop. 11th place then is Ismail Turret, who is running 3 laps down at the moment. I think 3. Yep, 3 laps down, but he has made a 5-minute break. Baldy won in 12th place, but he is doing his 10-minute stop in this in 12th place. And Nico, who's already done his 10-minute break, he is still 7 laps down on the leader, Kevlaro. And 2 retirements, Kofi with that brake pedal failure, and Trey Meister from the disconnection, as both Kevlaro and Bobby looks like they're going to be pitting, so it's going to enable Alex to go into the lead. And indeed he does then, so another new lead change, and this time it's Alex now. We've had multiple lead changes. That'll be TS Bap into the pits. Indeed he is. So we're now starting the second half of the race then. So Alex has now led a lap. Lateral's into the pits. Kevlaro's led some laps. Trey Meister's led some laps. Rascal's led some laps. Anyone going to be doing their 10-minute break then? So Rascal looks like he's doing a break. Is TS Bap doing a break? Yes, indeed he is. Kevlaro's doing a break, and so too is Bobby. So drivers then have just decided to go to half distance to do either the 5-minute break or maybe their 10-minute break. Baldy should be coming out very soon, I reckon. Yeah, he's got about nearly 40 seconds left, I reckon. Yeah, about roughly 40 seconds in, and he should be good to go. As well as Rascal, so he's definitely doing more than 5-minute break, so he's going the whole hog 10 minutes. It's just seeing what these guys are doing there. All doing. And now Robo is now up into 3rd place. Slimmy Cam in 4th, and Philo is in 5th. But he's the next guy that's going to be put a lap down. Oh, Rascal's in the chat saying hello, Savvy. Yeah, so are you doing a 10-minute break or a 5-minute break, Rascal? So I want to know. Still not said anything in yet there, so I think, I don't know, it's either 5 or 10 minutes anyway. So Alex leads the way. Gecko Racer in 2nd, Robo in 3rd, 49 seconds away from the leader. Slimmy Cam in 4th, 1 minute and 3 seconds behind the leader. And Philo, as you'll probably see when we look at the back of him, there you can see the leader, Alex, chasing him down. Oh, he's doing the 10 minutes. Oh, he spun and got damage. Okay, then. So, yeah, confirmed it then. So, Rascal did lose it on his own and got damage. So, that could also play a part coming the outcome of this race, too. Because he has got rid of one set of softs, I believe. And he started the race on medium. So, he's still got a set of hards and another set of softs to race on, I think. Oh, yeah, because Lateral's done that, hasn't he? Yeah, Lateral went on to a new set of softs. Not a lot of drivers are out on track. Is Baldy back out? Yes, indeed he is. So there he is. There's Baldy. He's done his 10-minute stint. And he comes out 55 seconds ahead of Nico. Don't forget to give this race a thumbs up, guys, especially for me too, because my throat is nearly going. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice. But I mean, we're still halfway through this race, so there's like another, what, 1 hour and 20 minutes to go until the end of this race? My voice will be completely gone when it comes to like 75 or so. So Baldy started on the hard tyres, went on to a set of softs, got up to highest 6th place. I believe that's Robo going into the pits from 3rd spot. Indeed he does. And now he's on to a set of mediums. So he's actually done his 3 compound sets now. And Alex has gone by Philo, I've just noticed there too. Yep, now he's been held up behind... oh, sorry, here comes Tudder. He's going to have a look to the inside. Oh, was there a bit of contact there? Well, Isabel Tudder should be pitting in this time by. His fuel was flashing very red, so he's going to be pitting this time by. And is Philo going to jump suit as well? Oh, they're going to be side by side into the pits today. Yes, indeed they are. And Isabel Tudder does the right thing, the sensible thing. Oh, Philo scraping the wall. Did he? No, he didn't have so many damage on that stint there. So I think people are doing their 10-minute stops. So we're not going to have a lot of people out on track at the moment because they're all making their breaks. Let's see what Philo's doing. Yeah, Philo's doing a break. Robo doing a break. Yep, he is. Ismail Tudder, what's he doing? He's doing his second 5-minute break. So we're not going to have a lot of people out on track at the moment as Bobby comes out. Oh, he does a 5-minute break. Well, that's 7 minutes 16. So yeah, that's yeah, I'd say that's roughly about 5-minute break. Okay then. So he's got another 5 minutes to do. And looks like Laro's doing the same thing too. Yeah, Bap's doing his break. Kevlaro doing his break. He's at 8 minutes now, so he must be doing a 10-minute stop. Comes Alex then, so his fuel's down to about 13% left now, so he should be pitted in within about 3, maybe 4 laps or so. Gap actually coming down to Gecko Racer now, who's, well, he is on the soft tyres, so the gap is coming down. Alex is on the hards, so it's down to 18 seconds. Slimmy Cam is in the pits from 3rd in the Porsche. He's doing his break. So how many drivers are out on track at the moment? So we've got Alex, then Gecko, then we've got Bobby, followed by Lateral. And then you've got all the other drivers then coming out then. Out goes Rascal. So Rascal's come out. Now he may have come out just ahead of Gecko Racer in 2nd. Ooh. That was a bit close. Too close for comfort there, Rascal. Gecko needs to get by him as soon as he can here because Rascal's on the hard tyres. Gecko's on the he's on the softs. So he's got to get by him in a hurry here. He doesn't want to get held up behind Rascal. Really, Rascal should move out the way. But it looks like he's not. He's not actually giving way to Gecko. Oh well. Anyway, he comes out 28 seconds ahead of Baldy. Maybe this is an opportunity to Gecko to save fuel, maybe. But then he's on the soft tyres, he's on the faster tyres, he should get by him. He doesn't want to be stuck behind him because then he'll lose even more time on those softs alone. And finally, Rascal sort of moves out of the way. No, he doesn't. Gecko should have the run on him now. Up along this long straightaway, which is 0.9 miles long, this bit. Here he comes, pulls out to the right. And again, the marshal waving the blue flag in the background. The Gecko Racer has finally got by, so his patience has paid off. How much time has he lost, though, on Hallex? Down to 18 seconds. A 140.1 that lap was there, compared to 39.7 from Hallex on the slower tyres. So he's lost 4 tenths alone on that lap. Bobby's now up into 4th spot. Yeah, really not a lot of races out on track. There's a close battle going on at out of the hairpin. Oh, Bobby's had a half a second penalty. He's got to burn that. And it's coming to one of the penalty bands where he has to do it here. Where is the other drivers then? Oh, where's this bit? Now we should see Hallex coming to the pits. Well, not this time by, so it will definitely have to be this time. 1:39.7 that is now from Hallex. And what did Gecko do alone? I think he's gained nearly 2 seconds alone on this chat, on this gap. 1:38.0. So yeah, about 1.7 seconds quicker on that lap alone. Then Robo is out, so he's done a 5-minute stint. Looks like Philo's going the whole hog. Maybe he'll probably go 5 minutes or 10. So the guys that have done 5 minutes then are as follows. It's Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's done 5 minutes, as well as Lato, as well as Robo. Looks like Philo, don't know about him. And then you can see Ismail Turret. He's done his 2 stints of 5 minutes, so he's basically done his 10 minutes now. And he's actually just been chased down by his fellow PSRT teammate in TS BAP. So that's going to be a battle for position very, very soon. Baldy one, who's done his 10-minute stint. Nico's done his 10-minute stint, as well as Kevlaro and Rascal. Looks like Philo is going to go for the 10-minute stint. I don't know about Slimmy Cam, so he's down about 7 minutes 6. It could be about 7 minutes 40. He could come out then. So only Bobby, Laro and Robo have done 5 minutes. Slimmy Cam. In comes Alex. So he'll probably make a break as well on this stint now. So that's now put Gecko Racer into the lead. Is there any work done on Alex's car? No, it isn't. So Gecko Racer, who hasn't made a 5-minute break or a 10-minute stop, has gone out into the lead of the race. His clanmate Bobby, who's done a 5-minute one, has actually just set the fastest lap of the race on the Lambo. He's down at 1:37.2. But he's done a 5-minute stop. Lateral G in 4th has done a 5-minute stop. Robo in 5th has done a 5-minute stop. Looks like Slimmy Cam and Philo are doing 10-minute stops. So that's going to enable Rascal, who's got a half a second penalty. So that's going to enable him to move up a couple of spots. Kevlaro, who's done 10 minutes, as well as Ismail Turret, but in 2 stints. And I tell you what, his teammate's getting very close now. On board now with TS BAP. Close enough to behind Nico, who is getting another lap done on him. Aventador getting a little bit held up behind Nico now in the Toyota. A little bit of lagging going on with Turret just ahead. This could get a little bit messy again. A lot of patience being shown. Don't forget, damage is on heavy. So drivers being extra more care, being a little bit more, you know, careful. Now is Turret going to get run off of the corner? BAP's going to get a double toe here from both Nico and from his clanmate. Watch the run he's going to get here. Can we get down board? Here we go then. 3 abreast across the start-finish line. Corvette inside in the middle and the Toyota on the outside. And BAP is going to move up into 9th place with the expense of his teammate or clanmate getting held up behind Nico. So nice pass there. Now then, he's got 16 seconds then to Kevlaro, who's on the hard tyres, and it's just about to be lapped by Bobby, who's been looking very quick on those soft tyres. Lateral's 27 seconds down the road on Bobby, and Robo is just crossing the start-finish line to start lap 46. Well, for him anyways, but officially we're on lap 49, because Gecko Racer has not yet made his break. He's the only one yet. Alex is doing his break right now, as well as Slimmy. Looks like Slimmy's doing 10 minutes. Indeed, he is. Now, where is Rascal? Rascal's just coming across the start-finish line now. So he's going to pass Slimmy Cam for 6th. There you go. It's quite interesting, all these different strategies. Drivers going for a 5-minute stop. Drivers going for just getting rid of the 10-minute stop right there and then. It is very interesting. But you can see the gap to Rascal to Kevlaro was 3.6 seconds. We did see it at more than 10 seconds. But as Rascal said in the chat there, he spun around and picked up back-end damage. So the gap is completely disintegrated because of it. And he's not really pulling away. So don't know if Rascal has lost that bit of momentum there alone, or he's just trying to find, like, cutting fine lines, margins from, like, pushing the car to the limit and then actually bidding it. Anyway, we've definitely got more cars now back out on the track then, so let's see then. Let's see who's back out on the track then. So we've still got Bobby, who's putting a lap on Kevlaro. Who else have you not seen yet there? There's Philo. Philo's back out, down in 12th spot. Putting on a new set of softs. That's the second of the softs now he's getting rid of. And it's actually a battle for position, actually. Just behind him is Nico. So a battle for position for 12th and 13th, respectively. Oh, Philo again, bit trigger happy on the throttle. He's really having a hard time actually getting on with the power. And there goes Nico to the outside. I believe that's turn 11. And has he made it stick? Yes, indeed he has. No, that was turn 13. My apologies. Oh, Nico's slightly a little bit wide out of Metz. And now Philo's going to go around the outside of Nico at Panasonic. And then goes for the crisscross, which Nico actually blocks it. He actually kind of blocks the run there, so kind of held Philo a little bit back. And then Nico goes over to the right, weaves over to the left, trying to break the toe away from Philo. And again, Nico going defensive there, breaking quite early into the first corner at Daichi, and Philo has just missed the apex a little bit. And he's actually made it stick, so Philo's got through. Now they're being lapped by the Baldy one in 10th in that green AMG Mercedes. Here's the Baldy. Has been up as high as 6th. He's down in 10th place. He's done the 10-minute break. Bobby's now up into 2nd place. Lateral onto a podium. It's always quite nice to see different races there being shown, like either in the top 3 or the top 8. You know, it's really nice to see different drivers ahead of the usual suspects that is up there. But Lateral, who hasn't raced on an ARC event circuit since the AGC Championship, he's into a potential podium spot right now. That was proper bravery on the brakes from Philo, and he made it stick too. There's a good clean pass there around the outside of Daichi. That was really nice, really swift. Again, Nico has just kind of lost the toe a bit on Philo just ahead, so he's not going to be in the slipstream of him. Actually got a good run out of Panasonic. The gap's coming down slightly. He's just going to be a little bit out the toe when he gets into it. I think there's not going to be enough time though for him to get into the toe, I meant to say. Oh, careful. Now then, Gecko is leading the race, but the gap to him and Bobby is 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Lateral in 3rd, Robo 4th, Alex is in 5th, and he's doing the 10-minute stint. So basically, Gecko has not made the stop, but it's not made a break. Bobby, Lateral, and Robo have made 5 minutes. The guys from Hallex on back have made their 10-minute stops. So we should see Hallex come out on track very, very soon. Actually, where's Rasco in all of this? He's coming towards Panasonic, so this could be Rasco put him back into the lead effectively. We should see Rascal go up into 5th place right now. Or not. Here comes Bobby to the inside now. Yep, 3-car train here again. Philo has lost that 12th spot on Nico again. Right aboard again with Baldy in that green AMG Mercedes. 11 seconds behind Ismail Turret in 9th place. TS Bap having a good race now in 8th. And so too is Baldy, actually, to be fair. I think Nico and Atlon must not be too far away from... okay, no, I tell a lie. That's how I thought Nico was close to the back of Slimmy Cam, but no, Slimmy Cam's 40 seconds down the road. Let's ride on board again with Bo. Did you see this battle unfold between Nico and Philo? There's some battling going on at the Dunlop hairpin, and that still involves the 2 PSRT boys of TS Bap and Ismail Turret. Let's see with this. And they're catching up to Kevlaro in the Aston, 5.4 seconds. Let's ride on board now and just listen to the engine of BAP. Listen to it. Nearly touching 170 miles an hour before braking hard into 2nd gear at Daichi, and he's starting to pull away now from his Turkish friend by just nearly to a second. Hallex comes out in 9th place, comes out right behind these two. Now, where is he to to Rascal, sorry. Rascal's 10 minutes and 3 seconds behind. And Alex is at least 12 seconds behind Rascal. So he's got to get by these two in a hurry. He can't just, you know, do lally behind both TS Bap and Ismail Tudor. He's got to get by them ASAP and try and catch up with them. Maybe that 10-minute break has maybe sort of composed him a bit to, you know, get the hammer on. 6th place is just ahead of him too. There you can see Kevlardo just ahead there out of turn 12. Don't know what PSRT stands for. I'm guessing the RT stands for Racing Team, but I don't know what the PS stands for. Right then, let's see what the run Alex will get then on both the Corvette drivers. And to start yet another lap, as Gecko Race starts lap 55. He does have that 5 minute advantage over Bobby. Lateral G is gone down to 41 seconds, but Bobby's on the softs. Lateral's on the hard tyres. Robo is also on the soft tyres. He's actually set his best lap of a 1:38.0, which is only 8 tenths slower than Bobby's fastest lap. So that's a good effort that from Robo in the McLaren. But really, effectively, in the net lead of the race so far is this guy, Larasco. And he's got a 6-second advantage, so he's pulled away a little bit from Kevlardo. But Kevlardo should be looking over his shoulders because you've got TS Bap, Ismail Tudor, and Alex who are catching too. So give or take a couple of laps from now, we could have ourselves a forecast lap for a net, really, 2nd place. Hoping the RA boys are still in the chat here. I hope I'm not boring you with me coverage here at the moment. But your boys are leading 1 and 2. Looks like Gecko's going to put a lap on Slimmy Cam in the Porsche. 2 German engineering cars. Oh, Slimmy! Oh, Gecko! Oh, well held, Gecko. Oh, that was nearly disastrous from Gecko. But that was a nice save. There we go, then. So braking hard into Daichi, trying to save as much fuel as you can on Slimmy. He just kind of copied the line of Slimmy out of the corner. Oh, wow, fully sideways. Right, Alex has gone by Turret, so he's up to 8th place. Now the next target is TS Bap. He's 6 tenths down the road. And then the next victim for Alex will be Kevlardo in the Aston. And Kevlardo can do absolutely nothing because these 3 guys behind are on the softs. You can just see Alex trying to set up the pass here on TS Bap. It's going to have to be at the start finish straight, I reckon. Look, he's all over the back of the Corvette and he's catching up to Kevlardo too in that Aston. Look at him revving it in first gear. Now then, Bap's going to be in the toe of Kevlardo. Alex is going to be in the toe of Bap, and Ismail Tudor is in the toe of. Well, here we go then. Let's not get in the hardboard camera. In fact, let's do actually. Oh, look at that! That's close racing. And what's Alex going to do? Is he going to thread the eye of the needle both Bap and Kevlardo? Oh, he's going to go down the pair of them. Oh, opportunistic move from Alex. If you can make it stick, they're 3 wide going into Coca-Cola. Who's going to be really brave on the brake at the fast turn 3, the left-hander, and it's going to be Bap that's going to hold on. Alex just doesn't have an overlap on Bap there, but that was some good fine racing there. Alex tried to go free wide off the corner at Daichi. Didn't really get the traction he could have got out of the corner. But Bap had the inside of turn 3, the fast left-hander at Coca-Cola. That was some good racing there. Good, hard racing there. In fact, he's actually he's finally gone back through. So Alex, he's now freed himself away. He's now 6 seconds down the road from Rascal. And now Kevlaro's been absolutely mugged on this lap alone because the two PSRT boys have passed Kev. Gecko just not really, just to not, you know, he doesn't want to, okay. So he's still trying to save fuel from Slimmy Cam. He's been stuck behind Slimmy Cam the last couple of laps. But the more times he's doing that, he's going to be losing a bit of ground. I mean, yeah, he's definitely fuel saving, but he must be losing some time, is he, to Bobby in second. Yeah, so Gecko should be coming in this time by. Should probably do either a 5-minute break or get rid of the 10-minute break. What is the gap between himself to Rascal? 10 minutes and 9 seconds. So I think either Rascal's going to come out just ahead of Gecko Race, so he's going to come out just behind. That's going to be tricky. Let's see. Gecko's in. Now, does he do his break now, or is he going to go for another stint? Let's see. Here we go, then. Is he going for a stint? No, he's going for a break. So we don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be either 5 minutes, or is it going to be 10 minutes? Rascal's made his pit stop. So that's going to put Alex now into the lead of, well, effectively, a net lead of the race now. Now, if Gecko does a 10-minute stop, that's going to enable Bobby to go into the lead of the race, and it's going to allow Lateral to go into second place and Robo into third. He's actually catching up slightly onto Lateral. But again, like I said, Lateral's on the hard tyres, Robo's on the softs. The softs are not looking that fast now. Let's see what lap time this is then. He's, yeah, just slowly about to go into the 140s now. Kingy was in the chat there saying good call, Gecko. Yep, he's doing it. He's doing the break. Whether it's 5 or 10, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. There's a good gaggle of cars. They're coming out of 300R. Let's see if we can pick that up then. Who would that be? It's this guy here. Okay, then. So Baldy has got by both Nico and Philo. And again, Philo's still hunting down the Toyota driver. He's all over the back again. And Baldy has got by the pair of them and is actually chasing down the 9th place driver, which is Rascal. Although Rascal has he's just come out of the pits then, so he's now he's back onto a set of mediums, which is still perfectly fine. He has raced on the hards and the mediums and the softs. Now then, let's see what Philo's lost ground. Philo's lost some time. Last corner, maybe? Oh, he just got in the power too early and he's lost it. Oh, and he's got damage too. just gone wrong for Philo, and he's into the pits now. So Nico can breathe a sigh of relief. He doesn't have to worry now with Philo now, unfortunately. Putting fuel in the car, and the damage is done, and he's going to medium tyres now. Meanwhile, his Asylum compatriot Bobby is still in second place. Now let's see what the gap is now to Robo to Lateral. It's 8.6 seconds and still coming down, but what's Lateral's fuel? They're roughly about the same, less than 25%. I'd say Robo just barely has at least a couple percent better than Lateral in terms of fuel. Fuel-wise, what's Halix's gap then? 10 minutes 8 seconds. Now, again, I'm still curious what Gecko's going to be doing. Is he going to come out, do the 5-minute break or the 10-minute break? And where will it allow Halix to come out? Will he come out ahead or behind Gecko Racer? I believe at the time it was like a 10 minutes and 11 seconds. It was at the time when Gecko made that stop. I don't even know who's going to win now. I really don't know. Also notice there too is that Isbel Turret has gone by TS BAP yet again. So again, those boys then again having another, battling. We did see for a brief round that TS BAP got by Turret, but Turret has got their position back again. But the thing is though, is if they're going to keep on battling, Kevlaro, now he's gone to a set of hard tyres, he's going to catch up with Olves, and Rascal, 12 seconds behind Kevlaro, he could catch up on a little bit with these two if they keep slowing each other up. Or if they keep changing battle, or keep changing positions, if you will. Again, keeping an eye on that clock there from Gecko Racer to see what he is doing. But it looks like to me he is going for the 10-minute stop. So that's going to allow Bobby into the lead. So Lateral is going to go up into second place and Robo into third. But they have not yet made their second 5-minute stop. So that's confirmation. And Gecko is going for the 10-minute break. Ooh, hello TS BAP there, getting a little bit too close for comfort. And you can see in the background there, you see him, Kevlaro. He's catching. He's definitely catching. So where's Lateral after all this now? He's coming across the start-finish line. He's going to get into second. Oh no, is he coming in? Oh, he's coming in. He doesn't want second place then. Okay, then. Robo will take second then. Now, will Lateral make his second 5-minute break? That's the thing. There's another question to ponder about. Will he do his second 5-minute stint? Yes, indeed he is. So we're going to have at least Bobby and Robo. They've got 5 minutes, so they've got to do another 5 more minutes left on theirs. And from Lateral all the way down to Philo, they've all done 10 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Has Philo done 5 minutes too? Oh, no, he should have done. Yeah, I think, he should have done. Bobby's in. Bobby is in. Now, is he also going to do his second 5-minute break? And he will do his stint as well. So Robo, who's just going into Dunlop right now, is his fuel gauge is coming down to about, he'll be flashing red very soon. Oh God, it must be absolutely painful for Gecko just to, he's got to wait like another couple of more minutes. Or well, how long was Halix maybe went? Oh, I don't know, can't see it now. It's going to be so close to see where Gecko's going to come out. I reckon he's just going to come out just ahead of Alex, I reckon. I think he will. So that puts now Robo into the lead of the race, and he's flashing red. So another different leader now. So we've had Robo, Bobby, Gecko, Alex. Has Alex led the lap? I think he might have done. Rascal, Treymeister, and Kevlaro. So I think we've had about 8 different leaders now. And Robo has got 20 more laps to go. Let's have a look at Gecko's time. He's at 10 minutes now, so he's got to be going within like another minute or so. And let's see where Alex is right now. He's coming across the start-finish line. So I think he's about 1 more lap away to be on the same lap as what Gecko is right now, I reckon. Yeah, I'd say Alex has got 1 more lap in to be enough to be beside Gecko Racer. Now, where's Rascal? There he is in 9th place. The gap's come down to 8 seconds now. We did see 12 seconds the last time, so he's gained 4 seconds on this stint alone. Kevlaro not seemingly to catch up with both the PSRT boys up ahead. And again, Rascal slowly catching up. It's less than 8 seconds now to Kevlaro to Rascal. Baldy's still having a fine race there in P10. It's been pretty much been close together with Nico for like the last... Oh, yellow flag. Who's that gone off at Coca-Cola? Who was that? We're going to have a look at a replay. Who was that? It's Rascal! Rascal's off again! And he lost it big time, didn't he? Oh, it's the auto sprint curve. That's a huge off. Oh, and Rascal backs it into the wall. I wonder if that was a carbon copy, how he got the back end damage before he made that break. Oh, and again, it just opens the door for a different person to maybe win it now. Oh, and he's got to make a pit stop as well because he's got engine damage. You can't go on and get, you know, you can't, you got to pit. You have to pit with that damage. I mean, that's a huge off. Yeah, that's definitely a glitch there. That's a spin glitch or curb glitch. But boy, oh boy, that was a big off for Rascal, and that could have cost him at least a spot on the podium. Yeah, in he comes now. He's into the pits right now, but he's going to be staying in the pits a little bit longer. Now, where is Alex has come out in 3rd. Gecko Racer just comes out now in 7th place. Right, so the gap between Alex to Gecko is about 28 seconds. But Alex will probably have to make another pit stop. I think Gecko Racer could be good to go. Oh no, he's got a set of softs on him. So he's got to make another stop. I don't think he can go 20 laps on a set of softs, surely. Robo's in. Bobby's doing the second of his 5 minutes in. So after all that's been said and done, after all the mistakes that Alex has done in the first half of the race, when he got up to 2nd place behind Treymeister, and then he made a mistake about 3 times within the space of, 5 or 6 laps. He fell back down to 4th place. He's now going to take the lead of the race. Ismail Turret is going to go into 2nd place, and TS Bap will go into 3rd place. And the Bolsa, the Kevlaro, will come in 4th. So Bobby, well, what about Bobby as well? Bobby should be coming out in about 30 seconds time now. Yeah, he's moving down the order then. So where's Gecko Racer? He's going to come out. He's on the start. He's just come out of Panasonic. So Bobby may come out just... No, I think Gecko Racer's going to come out ahead, isn't he? Because he's got to put some tyres on and fuel. So Gecko Racer... Kevlaro's into the pits. So Gecko's now up into 5th position now. Yeah, Bobby could be on for the podium spot here. Yeah, definitely. with the demise of Rascal going off big time at the on the exit of Coca-Cola, it's definitely thrown the podium wide open. We could see Gecko Race and Bobby's taking second and third potentially. If Alex mess up though, that's another thing to be questioned about. And I mean, Alex has not had the perfect race as far as he's aware. Anyways, he's catching up to Slimmy Cam in the Porsche. But now, I think when when Alex comes across the line, I think that will put him now officially in the lead of the race now. So everyone has done their 10-minute stint. Slimmy Cam pulls to the middle of the track. And is that going to be the lead now for Alex? No, he's got one more lap then, I'm guessing. Yep, he's got another lap there. Oh, look at the two PSRT boys. Are they going to go into the pits together? Yes, indeed they are. So both of them are going into the pits. Kingy has no idea who's going to win. Neither do I. I don't have a clue now. I really don't. Before it was going to be Trainmeister, but then he got disconnected. Thought it could have been Rascal, but he's gone off 2 times big offs as well. Right, so let's put Gecko Racer now into 3rd spot. He's 31 seconds down the road on Alex. And Bobby only comes out 2.6 seconds behind. But he's on another set of soft tyres. Now, I can't mind if he's set 2 tyres on the soft, or was that his 3rd allocated tyres, because they're only supposed to have 2. But I'm not too sure. I might be wrong on that. I'm hoping it's a 2nd set on those softs for Bobby, because that's the max you can only go to. Right, we should see Alex taking the lead now. And here we go then. And indeed he does then. So Alex into the lead. Slimmy Cam in 11th in the Porsche. There's Rascal in 8th place. And he'll be absolutely fuming. He's on his 2nd stint of soft tyres now. But has those 2 mistakes then? Has the damage been done for Rascal to maybe salvage a podium spot? Anyway, we've got ourselves 20 laps to go then. Well, less than 20 laps to go. So we'll go run down the order then, as we've got 3 quarters complete. Well, a third of the 4, I don't know. Yeah, 75% of the race done. So Alex now in the lead of the race. The gap between himself and the Gecko Racer, 30 seconds. Bobby is 1.8 seconds down the road on Gecko. But again, I'm not too sure if Bobby, if that's his 3rd stint on those soft tyres, or if it's his 2nd stint. I'm not too sure. TS Bap has actually gone out ahead of Ismail Turret. They were opposites when they came into the pits. So now Bap has gone out ahead of Turret. So that's 4th and 5th. Kevlaro was in 6th. Rascal was now into 7th place. Robo, who's just about to finish his 2nd 5-minute stint, he's going to be, I don't know, somewhere down the pecking order. Anyways, he's going to be, well, he's changing tyres right now. So Baldy is into 8th place. Robo, there's Lateral now in 9th place. There you can see Philo, who's down in 13th place. And there you can see the leader, Alex, there, catching up with them. And again, we've got 2 retirements, Kofi and Trainmeister, from disconnecting while effectively in the net 1st place. Oh, I'm just checking the fuel actually here before Hingo says. So Alex is flashing red. Gecko he's just less than 75%. But I still think that Alex, this will probably be the last stint for Alex, whereas Gecko will have to make another stop. I don't think he can go through. He pitted in on lap 58. I don't think he can do 22 laps on a set of soft tyres. I don't think that will happen. I don't think that will work. I mean, if he could do 22 laps on a set of on the soft tyres, then fair play to him. But I just don't know. He might have to do another stop, I feel. But I think when Alex will do his stop, because I think he's done his 2 sets of softs out the way. Oh, Philo again, a little bit nervy out of Panasonic. That's about 3 times we've seen him do that. But Alex has got his 2 soft tyres out the way, so effectively he could do 1 more pit stop. But I feel that Gecko, I just don't feel he can do... I don't think he can do 22 laps on a set of softs. I don't think that's possible. I think Gecko may have to do another stop, I reckon. But I've been wrong before, and I'd be like to be wrong again if Gecko can do 22 laps on a set of soft tyres. The only problem is, though, is Bobby is catching. Let's have a look then at Slimmy Cam. Not talking a lot about Slimmy Cam as he gets Coca-Cola completely wrong. That's going to compromise him through 100R. Nearly touches the Astro bit there. That would have been lost a lot more time. And you can see he's definitely pushing. He's 5 seconds behind Robo, and Robo's catching to lateral in 9th position. But Slimmy Cam having a fine race in 11th. Like I said, started 12th. There's a mess of cars up ahead at Panasonic then. That's Alex getting by both Robo and Philo. And Philo moving out of the way potentially for Robo to get by, or does he? Just about. Which is not what Robo needs, is because he was catching to lateral. So Robo is going to have to find it the hard way, trying to get by Philo. And Bobby's gone by Gecko for 2nd spot. Here's a look at a replay. Must be coming into Dunlop, I think. Yeah, it would have to be. Oh, he just lets him by. Gecko just lets him by. And I think a little indication there to say to Bobby, thank you. Alex is into the pits. So I feel this will be the last pit stop for Alex. Right, so that's put Bobby now into the lead. Gecko racing 2nd. Oh, he's just going to come out. He's going to come out right in between the Racing Asylum boys. Now then, this is going to get interesting. We're nearly approaching 2 hours worth of racing here. We've got 15 laps to go, and the top 3 are separated by just over 1 second. 2 hours worth of racing, folks. And there's your top 3. Bobby in the Lambo, Alex in the GTR, and Gecko in the Beamer. And give a shout out as well to TS Bap in 4th place. We did see him down. Like the first half of the race, he was down to like 8th, 9th. He was flirting with like Lateral and Baldy and what have you. But he has had a really solid second half of this race. And, you know, and Ismo Turret, who's battling up at the front with these guys up here, he's now falling behind his clan mates. So that's a fair shout here from TS Bap. He's got his, his strategy absolutely right here. But Rascal, you feel he should have been in this battle too. With all the mistakes that he has had. How far back is Rascal then? He's 42 seconds down the road. Meanwhile, Alex has got the lead. Alex has gained the lead. And here's how he did it. Maybe that's not the right angle. Maybe it's coming into Panasonic, maybe. Yeah. Well, he just gave room there. I don't know if Bobby was finding some understeer in the Panasonic. Oh, here we go again then. Bobby taking a racing line. Alex nearly got shoved off to where the pit line was, basically. But, oh, nearly contact on the exit. Now they're going to be side by side through Coca-Cola. Someone's going to have to back off here. No, let's ride on board with Gecko, because he's going to have the best seat in the house here, because he's backing off a bit. They're not giving a quarter of an inch there, and Halleck's just holding on to the lead now. But look at them. Half a second from first to third now. And we've just hit the 2-hour mark now. Oh, here we go then. Bobby all over the back of Alex. Gecko, fuel saving. He's known to being very good at doing some fuel saving. Alex going defensive into Dunlop. Gecko getting closer to the back of the Lambo just ahead of him. Now 13th place, that will be Philo as well. So Philo, they're just coming up to lap Philo, who's just going into Panasonic. Yeah, Gecko didn't have a good run out of Panasonic. He just got the rear just a little bit sideways out of the corner. Now is Halleck's going to start stretching his legs away. The gap 6/10 to Bobby. And you can see the gap is slowly coming down, but there's not enough tarmac left on the straightaway for Bobby to make an attempt on an overtake on there, Halleck's. Oh, again, Bobby a little sideways through Daichi. So then Halleck's back into the lead there. Nissan 1, Lambo 2, BMW 3, Chevrolet 4, Chevrolet 5th. In fact, Turret's actually gone by Bab. And here is how it was then, just to pass at the start-finish straight. Bab putting not much of an effort to try and hold that position. And there you can see Turret there, making the pass very easy. Now, I'm wondering if that's like some sort of strategy that they probably know that Turret is the fastest guy of the pair of them, and maybe TS BAP will try and hold on or try and latch on to Turret. They are, what, 14 seconds away from the top three. Let's see then, let's see what Kevlaro's doing. He's on the set of softs. He's actually set his best lap of 1:37.7, half a second slower than Bobby's time, but he is trying to catch up with the two PSRT boys right ahead of them. So, you know, maybe fourth is probably the best that Kevlaro can do. And I mean, Rascal, he's still on the set of soft tyres, but he must be absolutely just, he's lost his like mojo, if you will, in terms, because, you know, he was definitely one of the fastest guys, especially in the middle half of the race. But those two big mistakes there where he's got picked up damage by spinning off, one before doing his 10-minute break and one that we just saw on the replay. I wonder if that's really hindered him to make at least a charge. You can see him, he's just about 20 seconds behind Kevlaro, and he's not really gaining anything. If he's more than careful, you know, he should be really careful, because this guy here, the body one, could sniff some blood on Rascal. Rascal looks like he's racing a little bit hurt after those accidents, those two incidents that he's had here. So, you know, Baldy, if he can keep going here, he can sense an opportunity to maybe get by Rascal. And I mean, there's plenty of time to do it, you know. There's like 13 laps of racing still left to go. Looks like we could have a potential battle here for 9th place then. Robo in the McLaren versus Lateral in the shouty Mazda. Some consistent lap times here for Robo. 1:38 there. What's Lateral's doing? Lateral's doing 1:39. So Robo's the fastest of the pair of them. But can Robo get by Nico in 12th? Anyway, yep, so back on board then with Robo. Just hear that engine sound from the Mazda. Lucky Bucky says, oh, he's got to go, Ben. Oh, I hope you enjoyed watching the stream there. Hopefully you'll catch it like maybe a day or so later to see the outcome of it. But at the moment, though, it's going to be very close for the battle for the win. It's going to be very close for the battle for 9th place that we're watching. Lato versus Robo. Two ARC veterans, if you will. And Robo right in the toe of the shouty Mazda. And you can see there Lato going hugging to the middle of the track then. Now it's going to be late breaking into the first corner. The first corner hairpin there. Is Robo going to go for the switcheroo? No, he was too far back on Lato. Lato had that covered any day of the week. The Supreme Mazda. Looking very supreme in this race then. Defending from Coca-Cola. Parks the bus on the apex, which Robo was going to have a run on. Now into 100R. Oh, as Lato left the gap open, which Robo went for. He's gone for the gap in that there. But Robo's got the outside for the hairpin. Lato's got that covered. Oh, Lato lost the traction out of the corner, and that's 9th place there for Robo. But still, this has been a very good race here for Lato, for sure. Oh, he gets very close to the back of him. Oh, and then he gave him a little kiss there. Slimmy Cam in 11th place, been showing the blue flags. Who's behind him? It'll be the two. Oh, in fact, TS Bap is retaken the 4th spot on Turret. Now, Kevlaro is now 8 seconds started behind these lot. So they can't afford to keep swapping and changing positions here, because it's going to allow Kevlaro to catch up on them. We're coming down now with 10 laps to go. Let's see what the gap is then with Hallex and that lot. So Hallex's gap now is to 1.2 seconds. Looks like Gecko Racer is definitely saving some fuel because he's lost ground now on Bobby. As there is Philo, he's going to come into the pits. There he goes, just dives off. That'll be his last pit stop there. Been a disaster here for Philo. Such a shame too, because he did have some good promise in the first stint. They got up to high as 8th place, but then that lap alone, when he said that 2 minutes and 12 second lap, has really hampered him. Yeah, Robo now starting to pull away from Lateral, so that is a surety of a 9th place now for Robo. Lateral still trying to catch up to him, but looks like the McLaren will just pull away, I reckon. Fastest lap now set to Hallex for 1:37.084, set on lap 67. So you can tell, but he's that's a great camera shot there. Just look at the little flames, the exhaust of flames coming out there from the side of the GTR. Yeah, you can see the top three then starting to spread out then. It was about half a second, about 5 or so laps ago. It's now up to 4.8 seconds. But Gecko definitely looks like he is saving the fuel. He's trying to save as much tyre wear as he can. He doesn't want to fall too far back, though, on Bobby. But we have seen before, drivers have made mistakes. Hallex has made mistakes in this race. Bobby has made mistakes as well. Gecko Racer has been quite fairly clean. I think he's probably been the only driver that's not really had an issue. Now let's have a look at the Baldy one's gap then to Rascal. It's up to 11 seconds, so he's not putting the threat up to Rascal. But still, this is a very strong showing this from the Baldy one. Definitely one of Baldy's better performances now. A driver who's gaining confidence. And this will probably be good confidence for him coming into season 6 of the GR3s if he decides to compete in it, which I hope he does. Yeah, so it looks like 8th place is going to be the position he could be content to finish in, Baldy. 22 seconds ahead of Robo in 9th in the McLaren. And it looks like he's not going to catch up with Rascal. Now, is Rascal... Nah, he's not really catching with Kevlaro. Still 19 seconds away from him. So the gap is stabilised the same there. So Rascal, I think he'll be very disappointed to be finishing 7th place. Started on the front row with Kevlaro. And again, it's just those 2 mistakes that's cost him dearly. And looks like Kevlaro's not catching up with these guys here. They're coming up to lap by Slimmy Cam. So it looks like we've got the podiums covered here, but who wants 4th place? Who wants bragging rights for the end of this PSRT battle between TS Bap and Ismail Turret? Starting lap 73 out of 80, so less than 10 laps to go as Bap puts another lap on Slimmy Cam. How many drivers are on the lead lap at the moment? 10 drivers are on the lead lap. Lateral G is the next driver to be lapped, as Robo's going to put a lap on Nico, sitting in 12th position. There he is. Halex's advantage down to Bobby is over 3 seconds now, so that's probably the win right there for Halex. Bobby's second, Gecko Racer in third. Not unless if Gecko has saved enough fuel and has probably saved some tyre wear to go the rest of the way, but it's going to be nip and tuck. Fair play though to Bobby, because that Lamborghini is not an easy car to drive, and to have a car as quite bad as that car, to be second place, that is a solid effort that from Bobby. Seven laps to go, and Turret has got by Bap again. Oh, in fact, he made the position before, so Turret is back up into 4th spot. It's just a shame it's not a battle for the podium, and you can see Bever back in the background there, Kevlaro, who's just not really catching up with these 2 guys ahead. So Bap is in the slipstream of Turret. Ooh, goodness me. God, that always gets quite scary when he nearly goes into the back of him. Slimmy Cam hits the Astro, doesn't spin it though. Fair play to Slimmy. I mean, to be fair credit to all these drivers to go 80 laps alone in this race. I mean, a lot of concentration has to be required for this, you know. I mean, those drivers will be mentally drained. They'll be absolutely sweating. They'll be, you know, they've got to stay composed. They can't afford to make a mistake or whatever. You know, for doing that for nearly, 2.25 hours worth of racing, you know, fair play to all these drivers. And I mean, we can't criticise Philo, even though he's sitting down in 13th place. He's done a fantastic job still staying in this race alone. He may be in 13th place, 4 minutes 16 seconds down the road on the lead of Alex, but he's had a fantastic, you know, very great shout to Philo here for sticking in it, you know. Alex's gap is now extending 4.1 seconds, and it looks like he's not saving a fuel. I think he's good enough to go to the rest of the way. It's really a case of what Gecko can do. Can Gecko try and catch up at least that 4 seconds on Bobby in that Lambo? Bobby's down to about 25% of fuel, whereas Gecko was just slightly over that. Right then, Rascal was doing something now to Kevlaro. The gap's down to 17.5 seconds, but it's still not good enough though to maybe get a 6th place finish. Baldy just trying to get by Philo into Metz. He's trying to hit the apex out of Panasonic, but now we'll get into the tool. And he will breeze by Philo on the straightaway. And there he goes then, and there's Feather back in the back on Ovo. Philo wants it back. He's going to have the position. He's going to try and fight this spot there. Ooh, careful Philo. Yeah, keeps it going. So, but here comes Alex then. He's going to come across the line, and there'll be 5 more laps of the season opener of the ARC 400 lap championship. And Alex looks like this is going to be a win in the bag unless something a cropper pops up to him. He's just about to put a lap on the 10th place lateral, who's just come out of Daichi. Bobby's advantage now is nearly 5 seconds away to Halleck's, but Gecko has closed in a little bit on his clan mate in the BMW. Meanwhile, they are 12 seconds ahead of the PSRT boys of Turret and Bap, 4th and 5th respectively, as Slimmy Cam is ghosted. He may have burned a penalty. Then in 6th place, you can see there is Kevlaro. He's lost ground now on BAP, so it looks like it's going to be 6th place confirmed then for the pole sitter. And the outside pole sitter is going to be finishing in 7th place. What could have been for Rascal if he hadn't have spun out on those 2 occasions. The Baldy one, what a drive this is from Baldy in 8th place as he crosses the line. You know, just across the long street. He goes yet again. Robo in 9th place. He was in, what, 15th place, I believe it was? So he's up into 9th place. He's gained 6 spots. That's a solid effort that from Robo. And Lateral G qualified from Lobby B, started 11th. He got up to about as high as 3rd, I believe it was, you know, even before the 5-minute break that he was having. But still, for him to end up being in the top 10, that's a solid effort for Lateral's return to an ARC race. Slimmy Cam in 11th place. And it's going to be a safe 11th place for him, so he's had a good drive as well from Slimmy. 12th place then to Nico, and Philo, who is nearly a full lap behind Nico in 12th place. But again, Philo has done a great job, and it's not, you know, he hasn't packed it in yet. Oh, careful. Oh, God. Nearly clipping the grass then out of 100 on. Compromise him out of hairpin, which again he sliced the rear. He's actually made a pit stop. He's onto the hard tyres now. So Philo, he will cross the line then in 13th place, and he will be 2 laps behind the leader. Oh, he's off again. Philo spun it again. There's a little nice donut there for the fans to celebrate, and gets it back going again. Just as when I was about to push into Halleck's button, which I will do now. Anyway, 4 laps to go then for Halleck's. Gap up is up to 6.2 seconds. But the gap has stayed the same from himself to Gecko. And Bap has found a way back by Turret here. We should be actually concentrating on this battle here. I mean, these two must be enjoying themselves here, battling for position. Like I said, it's just a shame they're not battling for the podium. And here we go, and here's the run that Turret is going to get on BAP across the start finish line yet again. They must have changed positions at least 13 times on this stint alone, and that's Turret back up into 4th position now. I wonder if there's going to be any team orders come the last couple of laps, or was that out the window? And who wants that 4th spot? Maybe 2 more laps then to go. Then here comes Alex, he's crossing the line. Now what's the gap then between Gecko Racer? Still 3.6 seconds. And it's what some people were saying there in the chat, especially the RA boys there. Gecko Racer, he knows how to save fuel and looks like he knows how to save tyre wear, and quite impressed here that he's gone, you know, fully 20 laps on these set of tyres alone. 25 laps actually to be exact. So it looks like it's going to be a safe third place anyways. Again, the 2 PSRT boys then are still safe. Well, there's a little bit of a distance there as he starts as they start the penultimate lap of the race. Kevlaro in 6th, Frasco in 7th, Baldy in 8th, Robo 9th, Lateral G in 10th. And has he been lapped by the leader Lateral? Yes, indeed he has. So now we're down to 9 drivers that are now on the lead lap. I know Alex is tired. You can see that Alex's fuel's flashing red. I don't think that'd be too much of a cause for concern for him because he is on the penultimate lap. He's got basically 1.5 laps to go. Yeah, Bobby's gap to Gecko's going up to 4.1. So it looks like Bobby in the Lambo is going to get 2nd place and Gecko is going to be in 3rd. So I think that's your 3 right there. But it's really the case of who's going to get 4th place between Turret and Bap. There goes Philo. He's just moving well out of the way from Alex there as he's going to start the last lap of the first round of the 400 lap endurance race. I think Philo's just gone into the pits again. So yep, last lap then out then for Alex, last lap then too for Bobby, last lap for Gecko. And Alex's first stint was a little bit iffy. Qualified, I think, was 4th place, fell down to 5th, but worked his way back up to 2nd, made a mistake, fell back down to 4th, worked back up to 2nd, made another mistake, then fell back down to 2nd. I think one of them was included in penalty as well, fell back to 4th place yet again, worked back up to 2nd, made another mistake, and now in the second half of this race, he's actually driven quite beautifully. That 10-minute break couldn't have come at a better time for Alex because he's drove absolutely flawless the second half. Hasn't even put a foot wrong there. Maybe it was just a bit of nerves then in the early moments of the of this race here. But it looks all nice and calm here for Gecko. For Alex then. Bobby, absolute tremendous there. Lamborghini is probably one of the worst cars to drive on this game, and he is somehow going to take that car into a 2nd place. And Gecko Racer, the winner in Interlagos in the A grade final, he's going to continue that good form by finishing on the podium. Again, really, he's going to be 4th place. There's a bit of gap now between Turret to Bap. So maybe that's the PSRT boys then separating there. Well, finally sorted out then. But here comes Alex then, crossing out of Panasonic then for the last time. And he is going to win the first race then of the endurance 400 lap endurance racing championship. Alex crosses the line, takes the checkered flag, the winner in round 1. Here comes Bobby. Stunning drive this here from Bobby. 2nd place then to him. And Gecko Racer, 3rd place to him. What a drive there. And it looks like it's going to be Turret that's going to cross the line then in 4th position. And he's going to be holding the bragging rights in the PSRT camp here today. So 4th place then to Turret. Bap, great drive from him to finish in 5th position. Philo is going to cross the line in P13. There he goes. Well done there, Mr. Philo. Good job to you. Lateral gets a top 10. Now we just got to wait for Kevlaro. Here he comes, crossing the line to finish in 6th position. Someone else is coming across the line as well. That is Slimmy Cam. There he goes. 11th place for him. Kevlaro, the pole setter. 6th place then for him. I think he'll be alright with that then. And Rascal again, 7th place. He'll be a little bit annoyed because he'll probably feel that 7th place is not where he should have finished after all, but still, you know, it is what it is. Here comes Baldy. What a drive this has been from the Baldy one. And it looks like his strategy actually played to perfection. He's going to get a top 8 there. So stunning drive that is from Baldy. Kept his nose clean. Stunning drive that from Baldy. Here comes Robo. In fact, no, we're waiting for someone else then. Who is that? That would be Nico. Nico's going to come across the line to finish in 12th position. There he goes, and again another good drive here from Robo. Started dead last on the grid, flashes the lights. He's quite happy to finish in P9. And there you have it, the time remaining at 1 minute 18 seconds. That's because poor Kofi time just with his brake failure there. So well done then to Alex, winning the first round of the championship. And again, fair shout as well to the RA boys there. Bobby getting second, Gecko Racer third. And you know, well done to the PSRT boys there, putting on a good show the last stint there. But it was Turret that has the bragging rights in that camp over BAP. And there's Kevlaro in 6th, Rascal 7th, and Baldy. He'll be absolutely chuffed to bits there, I think, Baldy, with that 8th place finish. I think he'll be absolutely happy with that 8th place. Robo, good drive that from lateral, 10th place for him. I think he'll be quite satisfied there in his return to an ARC race for the first time in months. That is for lateral. So for him getting the top 10, I think he'll be delighted with that. Slimmy Cam, yeah, I think he'll be content with 11th place in the Porsche. Nico 12th and Philo, you know, again, he's not there to make the numbers up. Still, I mean, 13th place might not be good, but, you know, he made it to the end, so fair play. That's what we want to see in this racing community. You may not have a chance to win the race, you may be like 5 minutes down the road, but as long as you finish there, I think that will show the definite sign of respect to the other races that you're not a quitter, and well done there to Philo for finishing in that spot. There you go. And that is the unofficial race results then. So there you go. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the ARC 400 Laps Endurance Championship Round 1 coming to you at Fiji. Like I said, I don't know if we've got anything planned in the upcoming weeks up until the Christmas festive period there. So I'm going to end the stream because you can hear probably my voice is nearly gone. So yeah, so there's a look. We'll have a look then at the unofficial race results. It will probably maybe get changed if people put in tickets in, but it was quite fairly clean actually. There was no real dirty driving in all of them, so I think the positions would still be the same, I reckon. But there you go. But it's been fairly clean, so I don't think there'll be any position changes at all if there's been any penalties. Very clean, which is what we want to see in ARC. So anyways, we're going to wrap it up there. That has been the first round, like I said, of the 400 lap championship. I have been Savvy. If there is no racing on the ARC channel, we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will see you yet again, well, next month for this championship at Interlagos. So until then, see you later.